you, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your wah 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 wah. Lift it up.
Hey y'all, sorry. What's up? Y'all get in here. Get up in here. Get the likes up on the video. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all get up in here and get the likes up on the video. We got a show today. We got 3 hard topics to hit. Just 3. It's not going to be too much. We have 3 really hard topics to hit, and we are going to hit those topics because I want to kind of talk in depth about some of the things that I have come across. Okay. So shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all come on in here. Get the likes up. Sorry. Yeah, y'all come on in here, get the likes up. Now, the 3 hard topics we're going to discuss today. Shout out to everybody. It is Wednesday, right? Yeah. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. If you're new to the Joce, welcome to the morning Joce. We roll like this every day. Well, Monday through Friday for the most part. But yeah, we roll like this, Monday through Friday. I'm here to Joce y'all through y'all work day, get y'all through a little bit, an hour or 2, hopefully only an hour, not the 2, but we always be here about 2-3 hours. I hope not today, Lord, please. Anyways, shout out to everybody in the building. Come on in. We got to discuss these topics today, and I want to get into it. Happy hump day to everybody. Y'all come on in here, get the likes up on the video. So today we got to talk about toilet paper. You seen them on the thumbnail. Let me get them up here. Let me get toilet paper up here. Because, see, we have been talking a lot about toilet paper. We had done said a few things about toilet paper, but we wasn't quite sure. You see what I'm saying? How things was going to go with toilet paper. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't bring up the fact that, yes, toilet paper has provided minimum wage jobs for a lot of Black Americans in and around the Atlanta area. Yes, he has. He has given Obamacare and minimum wage to a lot of Black people in America, which I'm not saying that, he should be giving more because I guess beggars can't be choosy. You know what I'm saying? However, while he has done some good, he has also done some bad. And I feel like we need to discuss it. And I also feel like not only do I need to discuss it, some clear man from the show, The Oval, said they needed to discuss it. So he has come out and sued toilet paper for I forgot how many millions of dollars. But according to him and the text messages, toilet paper loves him a good old downtrodden bottom, allegedly. Okay. Now, I don't know if this is true. I've heard some words about toilet paper in the past. People from the past have said on mountaintops that toilet paper is as gay as 2 left shoes. However, toilet paper likes to walk around here like Queen Latifah, the male version, and act like we supposed to just assume that he really straight. I don't get it. Either way, the man is suing him, and we're going to discuss it. And I think that it's imperative that we discuss these things because I'm tired of toilet paper anyway. Plus, they're doing a whole thing right now, the industry, where they're like cleaning out a lot of these old people. So you'll see a lot of your faves on their way up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'll be sure to make sure I have 911 on speed dial when y'all king and queen get up here. And that's Beyonce and Jay-Z. But for now, I think y'all can hack it through toilet paper. The church mothers might lose it, but the rest of the people will be just fine. But toilet paper, they suing you. So we going to come back to you. You stand by. We coming back to you. Then we're going to talk about Bravo and Brit Eady. So Brit Eady, who got Kenya off the show. No. Kenya got herself off the show. Let's really be clear. But Brit Eady, who was one of the catalysts to help Kenya get herself up off the show, she has decided to sue Bravo. And word on the curve is they saying RHOA altogether. Like the people is saying at this point with all of these lawsuits coming out, reality TV and Real Housewives franchise as a whole. So we're going to discuss that. And then obviously I want to discuss this Daphne Joy bit because I was watching Academics Big Fat Funky Nasty Behind, and he had brought up the fact that Daphne Joy was with some rich clear man who likes to walk around with uncured herp and things of that nature. He's a rich clear man who got a lot of money in the Bahamas, and that's not a lot to say. The money is different in the Bahamas. You can go over there to the Bahamas and do really well. So he's over there utilizing his money to pass around old herpes from the 80s. We're going to discuss it, and we're going to figure out, how did 50 get this girl? Because remember, I told you the rumor I heard back in the gap was that 50 got the herp from the girl. Okay? And that's why he mad with Diddy, because the girl got it from the diddler. But from what I'm seeing recently, that's not true. From what I'm seeing, they saying that she got it from the clear man who had the herp from the 80s in the Bahamas. Girl, they say it's a ring of these heifers. All these heifers do is go around and be with billionaires. They get pooped on. They get peed on. It's a whole lifestyle, a whole thing that a lot of us ain't privy to. So when we get to it, I need y'all to stop acting like it's impossible and just at least listen to it, because I believe it. I understand that there's a lifestyle outside of the regular, vanilla one that I live. I understand that people with money do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're going to get up Deray on here too, because remember, she come from Deray first. We're going to talk about Deray too. Remember, Deray had her first. But before any of them had her, the clear billionaire with the 80-year-old herpes had her first. So we trying to figure out if this some type of ring, like what's going on. And we are going to get into it. I just need you guys to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I also need you guys to leave a comment. If you're on a replay game, come back and leave a comment and let me know what you think, because we're going to get into it, okay? And remember, I showed y'all the other day, Deray did get on here when him and 50 was when Floyd and 50 was beefing. Floyd said, that's why you got the hurt from Daphne. And allegedly, legend has it, they say 50 was the one threw Daphne on. They say Floyd threw her on 50. I don't know. You know what's crazy, Lady TDMV? You and I share the same sentiments. You and I literally share the same sentiments, because the more I'm hearing about this Daphne Joy, the Diddy case, and all of these things, for the longest, I had this false perception of reality that all I needed to do was lay on my back, maybe get up on my knees, and I can get up on my feet. That's what I thought. But apparently, being a slut is really like working overtime. Like you don't go to sleep. It's like even when you do sleep, you haunted by the demons of the day. You know what I mean? Then you gotta hope a bump don't pop up. Then it's just a lot. I think that, hoes, this is what I believe. I believe that, first of all, shout out to all the hoes, because the world needs you. And I personally appreciate you. If it wasn't for the hoes, a lot of us regular girls wouldn't know the things that we know. You know what I'm saying? So first and foremost, shout out to all the hoes in the building. Even the ones not in the building. But the point I'm making is, when it comes to this, a lot of people, since this trial has started, has tried to eliminate and erase the hoe. And I told y'all, I refuse to allow y'all to do that. Let me tell you why I say y'all trying to erase the hoe. Because y'all gonna turn the hoe into a situation to where the bitch is incapacitated and can't say nothing about her own self. Meaning she can't make her own decisions. Everything is Stockholm syndrome. Everything is this. They really got hoes out here. I don't know if y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that they have a hard enough job as it is. I don't think that it is up to us vanilla folks to get on here and completely erase these people like they don't exist. I think that we out of pocket. They have some girls who are hoes. And let's be real clear. Some of these women who were on the Diddy situation are some of these girls. Okay? And that's okay. That's okay. There's room in the world for us all. But I refuse to allow y'all to eliminate these girls by calling it Stockholm Syndrome and calling it this and calling it that. No, they really got some hoes outside. They really do. And obviously, they say pimping ain't easy, but hoeing damn sure ain't a vacation. Because these hoes is going through it. Could you imagine the mental toll? Girl, I wouldn't even want to. But either way, you're right, lady. I'm with you. I thought hoeing was easy, but apparently it is extremely difficult. Hard as Chinese for arithmetic. Do you hear me? Child, we gonna get into all of that. I need y'all to come on in here and get the likes up on the video. Shout out to everybody in the building. Dimple Pop, thank you for the super chat. Says, I got my notification. Thank you. And thank you, YouTube, for sending out the notification. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Because y'all don't do that often. So appreciate you. Thank you, Dimple Pop. I appreciate you. And then Rochelle Tede. My rich Tede done came through and made it rain per usual. Shout out to my rich auntie. Thank you so much for making it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. Sorry, I was drinking water on the commercial. But thank you, Tita. She says, just sending love and support your way. I appreciate you, Vu. Thank you so much, Titi. Thank you, beautiful. And I appreciate you, too. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to everybody in the building. I saw somebody in the chat say it's about having morals and appreciating your body. And I think that's the only thing that stopped me from being a hoe professionally. Let's really be clear. I've had my times, but I think that's what stopped me from being a hoe professionally, because I'm terrified of what could happen. You know what I mean? And I'm already an overthinker. And as a Pisces, this ain't all of us. This is just me. But as a Pisces, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of our love language is between our legs. Okay. And this is not all. If you're a Pisces and your love language not between your legs, I'm not talking about you, girl. I'm talking about me and the people like me. But a lot of our love language is between our legs. So when you risk that being unavailable, it kind of throws a huge scare monkey wrench in life. Like, I'm talking about Monday through Sunday. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot to risk. And with us, it's, we just can't. Now, I'm not saying ain't no hoes, ain't no Pisces, no hoes, but that's a lie. That's a lie. They got some hoes out here that's Pisces. They just don't know how to use. You feel what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, as a person who a lot of her love language come from between her legs, I gotta protect it. And I think that's what stopped me. I can't talk to nobody else. I think that's what stopped me from being a hoe professionally. You know what I'm saying? Well, that, and I'm glad I didn't do it, because apparently these hoes are living hard knock lives. Okay, I'm wondering why some of these hoes be aging like bananas, bitch, because they live in a hard knock life. I didn't know it. I thought all I had to do was lay down, but apparently I was wrong. We gonna get into it. Let's start the show off right. But I have to protect my body, and I think that's why, I'm very selective, ish. Let me start. I'm just very selective on who I am, though, for real. Mind y'all business. Let's get into the show. So we're going to get into, first and foremost, I would like to start off with this Brit Eady and Bravo thing. Let's get that out of the way. So apparently Brit Eady, she's the girl who got Kenya Moore. Nope, I'm sorry. I keep saying it and I keep forgetting to correct myself. Kenya Moore. No, back up. Before we get into the show, I have a couple honorable mentions. I'm sorry, y'all. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. But I have a couple of honorable mentions that I want to share with you. And this is one I would love to share with you. And it's good news. And my heart and prayers go out to this young lady. But shout out to, hold on, let me get it up here. Shout out to my girl, Apple Watts. She is walking now without a walker. And if a lot of y'all who haven't been up on her journey. So Apple Watts used to be on Love and Hip Hop. Was it Hollywood or was it LA? One of those LA or West Coast Love and Hip Hop situations. She was a bully. I'm not going to lie. She was. And she had a drinking problem. And either way, she ends up into a horrible car accident that left her paralyzed almost on one side. She had strokes, a lot of complications, and she had been She had been sitting in a wheelchair for a long time. It was Hollywood. Thank you. And she lost a lot of money. Family and friends stole from her. You know, she had been going through it. And she had been working hard, trying to get back on her feet. And I think for me, I get it. I watched Love and Hip Hop Hollywood when Apple was on there. Apple was a bully. She was. And Apple did have an alcohol problem. But then when you go look at Apple's story, Apple grew up in a system. Apple grew up in a foster care. I understand. I'm not saying that it's right, but I understand. And I think that her having this accident, I think that is tragic and it's disgusting. But I think maybe God had to sit her down right quick. You know what I mean? Sometimes he got to humble us all in a way. You know what I'm saying? And I think that she was riding too high and doing too much. And God might have had to sit her down right quick and have her start over from scratch. And I think she appreciates life and freedom and little things like walking and talking correctly. You know what I mean? I think she appreciates that more. And I think that that's a lot to say. So my shout out goes to Apple Watch. I understand that as humans, we have our flaws, but we and things go well with her and her kids. I thought that this was dope, and I wanted to share that with y'all. Everybody deserves a second chance. Everybody, no, not everybody. R worders and M worders don't deserve a second chance, but everybody else deserves a second chance. And that's both of the M worders. The one with the MU and the one with the MO. LE and MUR, red rum, them two. But anyways, unless you do it in self-defense. But anyways, I have one more honorable mention that I want to share with you guys, and then we're going to get right into the show. Shout out to all of y'all in the building. Y'all get the likes up, please. Please and thank you. Get the likes up. I would sure appreciate each and every one of y'all if you guys did just that. Oh, Cardi done had her a black ass baby, didn't she? Beautiful baby, carbon copy of the other two. But Cardi done had her a black ass baby. She blacker than Culture, ain't it? Beautiful baby. Let's really be clear. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All of them look like Cardi and Offset. They do look like Cardi and Offset. But Cardi done had her a black ass baby. That baby look like she could be mine, huh? We the same color. Shout out to the melanin, bro. That's why she was so pale. Y'all remember how pale she was when she was pregnant? Y'all remember how pale Cardi had got when she was pregnant? The baby was taking what little melanin she had, huh? Ain't the shout out to the baby. Shout out to the baby. This is creation. We got Culture, Couture, and now the baby is Creation. Now Creation is out. Cardi done finally showed us the pictures. I'm trying to figure out what took her so long because I'm sure the baby wasn't ugly. What you were scared because the baby was dark-skinned? Why it took you so long? You been showed us Culture and Creation. Why it took you so long? Anyways, this Creation, she showed us Culture and Couture, but Creation, she just showing us she's a beautiful baby. She looked just like Cardi's other children, and she looked like Cardi. You know who else she looks like? She looked like Hennessy. Is it me? She looks like Hennessy to me. I've always thought Hennessy was much prettier than Cardi, and I've always thought Hennessy was more beautiful all around. Because Cardi was the stripper girl, the loud, ignorant girl. And I'm not saying Hennessy wasn't, but Hennessy was like the little petite, like, I don't know. I just always thought Hennessy was prettier and cuter to me than Cardi. But this little baby right here look just like her auntie Hennessy. Do you hear me? They all do look like Hennessy. They do. But shout out to Cardi, new baby. This the blackest one she got, and the most beautiful. All of them are beautiful, but this the darkest baby she got, and she's a beauty, ain't she? Lovely, lovely, lovely. Shout out to this baby. One more honorable mention. Now we're gonna watch this together because I meant to check it out, and I wasn't sure what in the world was going on. But apparently, some lady was pronounced dead, and then they kept her alive on a machine in order for her to have the baby. What? It says, this is so heartbreaking. Last month we reported about a Georgia woman who was pronounced.
Keep praying for him. He's here.
Who was pronounced brain dead, but was being kept alive due to her being pregnant. Now, according to 11 Alive News, doctors have successfully delivered the baby, and the family is preparing to say their final goodbyes to their loved one. It says, in February, Adriana Smith was taken to the hospital after she started experiencing severe headaches during her pregnancy. Initially, doctors just gave her medicine and sent her home, but after she suffered a medical episode at home, she was rushed back to the hospital where they discovered she had multiple blood clots in her brain. Doctors decided that they could not remove the blood clots and she would be pronounced dead due to her being pregnant, though doctors could not terminate her pregnancy under Georgia law. So Adriana was kept alive 4 months until they could deliver her baby. Adriana's mother, April Newark, says, the doctor successfully delivered the baby, Chance, a few days ago. Chance was delivered via C-section, weighed 1 pound and 13 ounces at birth. He's currently in the NICU fighting for his life, but he's expected to be okay. Now, April and her family have to prepare to say their final goodbyes to Adriana, which doctors taking her off life support one day this week. It's hard. It's kind of hard, she said tearfully. It's hard to process. I'm her mother. She said, I shouldn't be burying my daughter. My daughter should be burying me. If I could say one more thing to her, I guess I would tell her that I love her and that she was a great daughter. Let's get into this. This is kind of eerie for me. Let's get into it, y'all. Get the lights up.
Once again, with baby Chance entering the world in the early hours of Friday, June 13th, weighing less than 2 pounds. But with the joy of new life comes unimaginable pain for her and her family.
Today we had a family meeting with the hospital, and they are going to remove her at 2 p.m. tomorrow from life support. So it's kind of hard, it's kind of hard. It's hard to process.
Newkirk now preparing to say goodbye to her daughter, Adriana Smith, after celebrating her 31st birthday on Sunday. The young mother, who doctors say is brain dead, has been medically kept alive at Emory University.
He's fighting. He's in the NICU unit.
University Midtown Hospital since February so she could deliver her baby, a situation that sparked controversy across the country.
I think all women should have a choice about their body.
It all began in February when Smith went to Northside Hospital suffering from an intense headache. She was given medication and released. But the next day, things took a devastating turn, with the CT scan later showing multiple blood clots in her brain. She was later declared brain dead.
Oh, she would say that they failed her. She would definitely say that, Mommy, they failed me. If the shoe was on the other foot, I would have been there and I would have made recommendations. That's what she would have said.
Newkirk says Adriana, a nurse herself, knew something wasn't right and deserved the kind of care she would have given and did give to patients of her own.
She was passionate about being a nurse. Yeah, she was very passionate about it.
Now, as she braces for what's ahead, she's hoping for the same support that people at University Midtown Hospital that people from across the world have already given to her and her family.
I shouldn't be burying my daughter. My daughter should bury me. And she had a lot to give. So I'm just trying to hold it together right now.
That people from across the world.
Well, Jennifer and Ron, Adriana has been on a ventilator for the past 90 days. Now, as you mentioned, she was moved here just hours ago so doctors can deliver her baby when it is time. Her family visits her every day, including her young son, who believes his mom is just sleeping. A crushing emotional toll, as you can imagine. The family says it's been made worse because they have no say on what happens next. 30-year-old Adriana Smith was about 9 weeks pregnant when she started having bad headaches in February.
Enough to know that something was wrong.
April Newkirk says her daughter went to Northside Hospital for help.
They gave her some medication, but they didn't do any tests. They didn't do any CT scans. If they did, they would have caught it.
The next morning, Adriana's boyfriend noticed something was terribly wrong.
She was gasping for air in her sleep, gargling. more than likely it was blood. She was taken to Emory.
Well, Jennifer and Ron, Adriana has been on a...
Whoa, this is a lot. Okay, so I'm watching this with y'all because I kind of saw the first slide, but I shared it to go back and watch it, but I never went back to watch it. So I'm watching it with y'all. Let me say this. 9 weeks pregnant. This was an early pregnancy when this young lady, unfortunately, was having these complications. And of course, with the abortion laws, which is a state-driven situation, with the abortion laws, they couldn't terminate the baby. Now, a lot of people don't realize this, but when you check yourself into these hospitals or you check yourself into these places, you no longer in charge of you. And the family not having a say-so over this is crazy. So you mean to tell me that because she's pregnant, the law steps in and tells you that they have to keep her under on a machine all the way up until this baby is term because she's pregnant. By law, because she's pregnant, the hospital can come in and overstep you as the family. Then on top of that, after she have the baby and give birth to the baby without your say, then they get say on what happens after that. Like, my question is, who gets the baby? If she's not married, the next of kin should be her mother, unless she has an adult child, which I don't think so. The next of kin should be her mother, and her mother or her father should be the person who gets this child. Now, this child is only under 2 pounds and has lived an entire almost cycle of life inside of a dead wound. Yes, she was breathing, yet and still the wound was not active. It's not walking, it's not getting up, it's not doing things. She's not eating, she's not sitting, she's not laughing. All these things that make a baby. Because y'all thinking it's just the stuff you see in the science book and in the social studies book. Oh, the egg just meet the sperm and then whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. That don't go like that. It's a lot. That's why they say reading to your wound or reading to your belly makes your children come out more intelligent, because it's a lot that goes into the incubation period of this baby. So now we got a 2-pound baby that's been sitting inside of for lack of better term, excuse my French, but for lack of better terms, inside of a damn incubator, just sitting there. Just sitting there. And you don't know how that's going to affect this baby. And then I don't even know if the mama is getting the baby. And if the mama do get the baby, if this baby have crazy complications, then what? You see what I'm saying? But whenever I see stories like this, it brings me to mind Henrietta Lacks. Y'all think that these people stopped doing this in the 60s with Henrietta Lacks? They've been doing experiments on us, and they don't do it to nobody else at the rate that they do it to us. It's something about our genetics that them people are infatuated with. So it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't decide, let's experiment on her to see if we can incubate a whole baby at 9 weeks. Let me back up. It wouldn't surprise me. This is just my theory. It wouldn't surprise me if they gave her the blood clots, because that's the history of America. It wouldn't surprise me that they gave her whatever it was to cause the blood clots, to have her come back in so that they can take the data, because let's talk about the research these clear cannibals be doing. So they can have her come back in on pain, take the data of where the doggone blood clots are in the moment, send her home with some Tylenols so they can bring her back in and start it off the cuff. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me, because these people been doing this since the beginning of time. I told y'all they used to eat us. That's how infatuated they were with us. They used to eat us. They still eating our babies and drinking our blood, but that's a whole nother story. They literally used to eat our flesh, trying to embody us. These are not human beings we talking about here, especially when we get into this religion called science or this religion called history. These are not human beings we dealing with here, okay? So it wouldn't surprise me if they gave her the blood clots. I'm not saying that they did it. I'm just saying it wouldn't surprise me if they did, leaving the mama there to hold the bag. So I can't even say pull the plug on my child because she's pregnant. And by law, because she's pregnant, I don't get to say. However, by law, because she's pregnant, I also don't get to say, I don't know if I want to take care of a baby or have her go full term. The law gets to step in. I keep telling y'all, when y'all sign y'all churn up for school, you don't own your churn. That's why your ass go to jail if they don't go to school. When you check into a hospital, you don't own yourself. That's why they can keep you in there. And if you try to break out, where they take your ass, put it in the chat. If you are kept in a hospital and they tell you you have to stay and you call yourself breaking out, what's going to happen to you? Where they going to put you at? What's going to happen? They're going to call hospital security, who's going to call backup, who's 911, and they're going to lock your duck ass up to the bed until they lock you back up in the goddamn prison. You don't own you. Y'all dead. Y'all don't even see it. You don't own you. You don't own you. You don't own you. You think you own you. Okay, girl. Anyways, but this is sad and it's sick and it's disgusting. And I'm pretty sure they were experimenting on this young black girl. I'm pretty positive they were experimenting on this young, beautiful young girl. Her baby daddy was in the bed with her when he said he woke up and heard her gargling. So apparently the baby daddy was there. But the thing about it, and let's really be clear. If the baby daddy is in her life, and I'm only telling y'all this from Louisiana law experience because I get it. Georgia's different from Louisiana. In Louisiana, when my sister passed giving birth, well, my sister was shot. But after she was shot and she was dying, they hurry up and gave birth to my nephew. Because my sister was not married to her baby daddy in Louisiana, the custody automatically went to my mama because my mama was automatically her next of kin. If she had been married to her baby daddy, then of course the baby daddy will automatically get the child. But my mama did have to go to court and fight my sister baby daddy for custody because number one, he didn't have a stable place for the children. And number two, she was technically next in line unless he wanted to, do the whole paternity and whole thing. But again, everything is different. Everything is different. Georgia may be different from Louisiana, but I'm assuming that I'm pretty sure the mama will still have, possibly. I'm pretty positive the mama is the next of kin to the girl, not to the baby. Unless he want to go down there and do a DNA test, then maybe he's next of kin to the baby. But to the girl, the mother is the next of kin for sure. And I can only tell you that from experience. But either way, we got to move on. Let's get into Brit Eady, like I said, because I had to get those honorable mentions up out of here. All right, let's get into Brit Eady. So Brit Eady is Kenya's arch nemesis. This the girl who Kenya came out and got herself fired behind. And the only reason I'm saying that because nobody made Kenya put the girl nudes up there. Period. Point blank. She shouldn't have did it. She shouldn't have. It's so many ways she could have got back at Brit. She shouldn't have did it. Okay. So Brit has decided after Kenya put her nudes up there and had everybody talking, now she wants to sue Bravo. Mind you, Bravo is already in a lawsuit with how many other housewives? Bethany Frankel and who else? Okay. So this lawsuit, I think it's like $20-something million, adds a lot to Bravo. And the people are saying that they just at this point, like F the Real Housewives franchise altogether. And to be completely honest, I agree because ain't nobody checking for the Real Housewives. None of them. Now, I don't know. I never watched the clear ones. So maybe y'all checking for the clear ones, but I ain't gonna lie. I ain't heard nobody checking for the RHOA, RHOP, RHO, none of them. I ain't never heard nobody, not recently. Matter of fact, in years. I'm going to be honest. Okay? So, now let's get into this lawsuit against Bravo. It says Bravo reportedly considers canceling Real Housewives franchise after Brit Eady's $20 million lawsuit. They want drama. Now they got court dates. NBC Universal is reportedly debating whether to shut down the entire Real Housewives franchise following a $20 million lawsuit from RHOA newcomer Brit Eady. A move one-sider claims has pushed Bravo into full crisis mode. Eady filed the lawsuit after castmate Kenya Moore allegedly humiliated her on camera with a blurred, sexually explicit poster titled, "Who is this hoe?" She accused the network of defamation, emotional distress, and creating a hostile work environment. According to Rob Shooter, Substacks, Bravo refused to let Eady preview the poster before airing, despite her repeated requests. So, okay, they're saying that Brit is saying she asked to see the photos and Bravo wouldn't let her do it. They wanted drama. Now they got court dates, said a source close to Eady. More was cut from the season reunion and may not return, with additional legal battles involving Bethany Frankel and Leah McSweeney. On one exec told Schutler, every cast member's a legal liability. Bravo has become an embarrassment to NBC News. So they got a few lawsuits coming out. And look at Claudia Jordan. Shake my head. Worst casting choice in ages. Now she's going to take the whole show down and cause all the cast and crew, tons of hardworking people to lose their jobs. Shake my head. Okay. Brit gives me the kind of girl, honestly, where she'll burn the whole shit down and don't care. She give me that kind of girl. So if Brit's lawsuit takes down RH, the Real Housewives franchise, is giving me Brit don't give a damn. Okay. And quiet as it kept, most of us don't give a damn. Because we not checking for no Brit. Let's be honest. We is not checking for no RHOA. We not. And at the end of the day, Bravo down bad. Bravo been down bad. Feeding them women all that liquor, getting them women all jacked up like that, putting them in compromising situations, all for the love of tea in a show. Bravo out of pocket, bro. Bravo should not have allowed Kenya to put up posters of that girl nudes. They shouldn't have did that. No workplace is allowed to do that. I don't care if you work for a Fortune 500 company or you work at Krispy Kreme. No job is allowed to do that. Bravo was wrong. Regardless to the Kenya in Brit thing, you know what I'm saying? They was wrong. As far as providing a safe workplace environment, they completely messed that up. They completely did that wrong. And honestly, let's be real, the whole entire cast, both past and present, could literally take Bravo by the balls behind that very one thing. Just workplace environment safety. Just that within itself. Every single person who's ever touched Bravo could literally grab Bravo by the balls and crush them. See, most people don't sue companies in their workplaces. So most people don't realize not only how easy it is to sue these people, but how easy it is for them to violate things to be sued. Okay? And to be completely honest, Bravo has made probably millions, if not tens of 20s or hundreds of millions of dollars off of these people, and really off the backs of the black women who started the franchise. They could afford to give up some coin. Okay. See, what I would suggest, and this is just me being a reality TV connoisseur, queen, and I'm calling myself the queen, self-proclaimed, bitch. This is just me being a reality TV connoisseur. If I were in a situation where I was going on a reality TV show, if it were me, especially if it's something brand new, because that's the best way to start it, I think the cast members on these shows need to form unions. I think that you guys need unions. It's not just for the dude who wear the hard hat who work at the construction site. You bitches need unions, because these reality shows, not just Bravo, all of them, Love and Hip Hop, Baddies, RHOA, whatever you put the letter behind it, they all cutthroat and down bad. Y'all need unions. Y'all need a president. Y'all need somebody to speak on y'all behalf to have these people stop playing with y'all. But y'all be so busy wanting the clout, wanting to be on TV, and wanting to have the money in your pocket that a lot of y'all won't even come together to think like that. We seen it on RHOA. Remember when Nene was trying to get the girls together? And remember Kenya and Candy? Oh, well, I didn't have any issues at Bravo. Andy isn't racist to me. I mean, I make really good money. They always ready to go against each other. I think that the reality TV girls, y'all need to have unions. Y'all do. Y'all can have a union like anybody else. So even if it's not an actual union, y'all need something. Y'all need something. I want to say I heard somewhere that they do get SAG benefits. I don't know if it's all of the SAG benefits, but I did hear somewhere that they do get SAG benefits some. But as far as how these reality TV shows be playing with these girls, like, even if you make, like, take for instance Zeus be paying them girls a lot of money to fight. I know people don't believe it, but Zeus be paying them girls tens of thousands, and depending on who it is, they do be getting a lot of money to throw hands. Tasiki and Ivory and Big Lex get way more money to fight. I'm probably positive get way more money to fight than a Summer. You see what I'm saying? And it seems like while people are getting the money, they feel like, why mess this up? It's good for me. But the money not gonna last forever though. Then what? Then what do you have to stand back on? Because not only that, this is another way they need to get these reality TV shows. Girl, them people gonna make money off of you for ages and ages to come. Because every time they play a replay, you won't get a coin off of that, but they will. Like, it's just so much going on with these reality TV girls that honestly is good that they suing Bravo, but they need to start suing them all. They really need to start suing them all. And as far as Brit came in and shut the show down, and who knows? They probably wanted all this to happen anyway. So I say shut down RHOA, P, C, D, E, F, and G. Shut them all down because we ain't watching. And to the Negroes who are addicted to the clears, I want you to shut them down first. Shut the clear RHOs down first. That's for the Negroes who just can't get enough of watching clear people. You know, when I tried to watch I watched Real Housewives of New York. I ain't gonna lie, I did. I watched Jersey. But I used to like Jersey because them hoes had money, but they was hood. They was fighting, you know, and whatnot. But then Jersey became a little bit too rich for me. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? The fights kind of settled down. But then when I went to New York with Luann de Lesseps and them, they wasn't fighting. I mean, they were arguing, they were fighting. And it was just a bunch of rich, really rich, clear women. And I'm sitting here saying, bitch, I can't identify with these hoes. I even tried to watch Beverly Hills. Was it Beverly Hills? And I'm sitting here saying, bitch, I can't identify with these hoes. Then on top of that, at the time, RHOP and RHOA was lit AF. So I didn't have a reason to watch them. So I've never watched the clear franchises. I'm going to be honest. I've never watched them. I watched Jersey for maybe 2 seasons, maybe 3. And I think I watched a half a season of New York. But for the most part, I can't identify with it. I just can't. You know what I'm saying? So get them all up out of here, if you ask me. Get them all up out of here. All of them. We ready to move on. Period, point blank. Girl. Anyway, so that's the Brit Eady bit. I want to move on to toilet paper. Let's get them up here. Let's get toilet paper up here. Girl, so they say they done sued toilet paper, huh? So this is what they say is going on. Let me get them on here. So legend has it in the past that toilet paper is gay as 2 left shoes. We've all been saying that. None of us, listen, let me tell you something. We have seen too many people go on live, too many people come on these internet streets and tell us that they know toilet paper from the past and that toilet paper is about as gay as 2 left shoes. We all have seen it. Let's really be clear. Most of the men in the church are one or 2 things, either gay or hoes. And you know which one is which. Off the cuff, okay? So now toilet paper decided to take his millions and recreate the black struggle over and over and over and over while highlighting the light-skinned, racially ambiguous people, but also wanting to put his thumb in their booty. Allegedly. Okay? So apparently, I don't watch none of toilet paper stuff. The last thing I watched from toilet paper was Straw. And I was mad because he was making me cry almost because I didn't want to cry because I knew he stole the whole bit from John Q. You feel what I'm saying? I was really upset that he pulled at my heartstrings in the movie Straw. As a matter of fact, toilet paper, I owe you for that, you raggedy bitch. I owe you for that. I don't want to give you my emotions, you ugly hoe. However, the clear boy down at the Oval said you wanted to put your thumb in his booty. What's going on, toilet paper? What's going on? Is you over there playing in people booty for a role on the show? I'm trying to see something. This is a real question. Because I'm really trying to see something. The boy had came out and said that Charlie Paper, he got text messages and all, y'all. Text messages and all. The boy came out there and said that Charlie Paper had SA'd him and was sending him messages and whatnot. Let's get into it. Tyler Perry accused of sexual assault in actor's $260 million lawsuit. Remember that boy Christian accused him about a year ago? Then he went radio silent. He must have got his little check. His direct deposit must have hit. U.S. film and TV giant Tyler Perry has been sued for $260 million by an actor who accused the mogul of sexually assaulting him while working on his TV shows. Dixon has filed a lawsuit in Los Angeles accusing Perry of using his influence in the entertainment industry to create a coercive, sexually exploitive dynamic while he was acting on The Oval and Ruthless. This giving me Rico tease, ain't it? Huh? Them last words giving me Rico teased. What? Sir, what was he doing? He said coercive, to create a coercive, sexually exploitative dynamic. He alleged Perry promised him a successfully acting career, but then subjected him to escalating sexual harassment, assault, and battery, and professional retaliation when he didn't reciprocate Perry's unwanted advances. Perry's lawyer denied the allegations and called the lawsuit a scam, is what he said. He said it's a scam to make money. This is the individual who got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam, his attorney Matthew Boyd told BBC. But Tyler will not be shaken down, and we are confident these fabricated claims of harassment will fail. Dixon said he met Perry in 2019 at a work event for the Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta, and the pair talked over several months about an acting career. The lawsuit states Perry also allegedly made numerous sexual comments and remarks about wanting a sexual relationship and made several advances on Dixon, which he rejected. Perry offered Dixon a role in his show Ruthless, then later in The Oval, but the lawsuit said Mr. Perry made it clear to Dixon that if Dixon ignored Perry or failed to engage with the sexual innuendos, Dixon's character would die in the next season. The case claims Perry held this over Mr. Dixon's head, implying that his character Dale would survive if Dixon kept Perry happy. The lawsuit cites several incidents where Perry allegedly sexually assaulted Dixon. The actor accused Perry of interrogating him over his sexual interest in a trailer on the set of The Oval before pinning him to a wall and fondling him. What? Dixon said he refused the advance and left the trailer. Dixon said to continue harassment, he elected to leave his role on The Oval and declined the job from Perry to work as a writer. So, okay. Derek Dixon is on here saying that Charlie Paper is over there saying if he don't let him put his thumb in his booty, he's going to make his character die off. And that man just wanted to pay his bills. He needed a job. I ain't going to lie. I believe it. Not because he's Charlie Paper, because he's a billionaire Charlie Paper. That's what they do. Y'all think y'all just hearing this stuff was going on with Diddy? Y'all think Diddy the only one in on this man? Are y'all okay? Y'all really think Diddy is the only one in on this? This is what they do. And we're going to get into that next when we get into this Daphne Joce situation. Y'all got to catch up. Y'all got to understand things that we do on a po nigga level ain't the things that these rich people do. So I believe all rich people have some sort of kinks and some weird stuff going on. I do. I believe it because they got too much money. They say an idle mind is the devil's workshop. Talk about an idle mind with money. If is the devil's workshop, could you imagine an idle mind with money? Oh my God. Oh my God. Girl, we couldn't imagine what these folks be doing. So This Derek Dixon dude, and let me pull him up. This Derek Dixon dude that not only came out and blasted toilet paper, but he done also put out text messages and all of toilet paper and what he said and what he did. This the fool here. Hold on. This the fool here. This the man here. He's a clear man. He's a clear man, which makes sense. Here you go. This the man that's putting these allegations against toilet paper. And I don't care if you gay, straight, left, or right. Y'all continue to mess with these clear people and they continue to put y'all in the dirt, put your dicks in the dirt. At this point, I don't care no more. I don't care. Because, oh yes, by the way, for my straight girls, I don't know if y'all know this, but even in the gay community, the gay boys who make it, they typically go run behind the clears too. So it ain't just a heterosexual thing. This is in the gay community too, and the trans community, and the lesbian community. Everybody do this in the black community. So we not gonna make it a straight or gay thing. It's all of us. When we get our coin, we go run behind them clears. Period. Point blank. Period. So it ain't nothing to do with sexuality. Soon as we get a couple of dollars, here we go running behind the clears every damn time. It never fails. I'm not lying. Let me back it up. Not soon as we get money. Soon as we get money in Hollywood, we go run to the clears because they got a lot of successful black people married to each other. Let me back that up. Soon as the Hollywood people get their money, they go get the clears. Okay. So this is the man. Hold on. This is the man who's accusing Tyler. He said he went ahead and quit his job because toilet paper kept threatening him to get rid of his character if he don't allow him to be disgustingly vulgar. Let's get into these messages. Toilet paper. I can call you tomorrow. Wait, I don't have an iPhone. So if this is the boy phone, is the boy black or is the boy blue in the text? Help me out. I don't have an iPhone. I really don't. I got 2 Androids. I got 2 of these bitches. You feel me? So anybody with the iPhone, please help me out. Who is black and who is blue? If it's my phone, if I'm showing you this and this, he blue? Okay, so the boy blue. Gotcha. Thank you so much. Thank you. Shout out to y'all. Y'all help me out. Cause y'all know I got 2 Androids, like I said. Girl, and look at this one. You shut up. I just got this one. I got to turn him off. Anyways, let's get into these text messages. Now, this the boy in blue. This the boy Derek. I can call you later or tomorrow sometimes. Look at toilet paper. You have a really fresh voice and a take on things. I don't know where this is going, but I laughed the entire time. I could see the world and the characters. My exclusivity ends in 30 days. I want to take losing it out on the Amazon. What? I want to take losing it out to Amazon or Netflix. After that, engage the interest. Oh, he's saying he want to take it to Netflix. Toilet paper, you went to school? What school you went to? My exclusivity ends in 30 days. I want to take losing it out. Oh, that's the name of the show. Losing it out. Is that the name of the show? To Amazon or Netflix after that and engage their interest. But also, I want to try and get you with the right people to help you make these shows work. They are not for my audience, but we need to find a home for this stuff. I don't want to miss another creek. You know that Eugene bought that to me first, but I didn't get it. It says, Armand gets here tomorrow, so he's got my full attention. I'll be trapped until the day after Christmas, so let's talk then. This is the boy, Derek. Wow. I was just worried you'd even like it because it's a weird concept, so thank you so much. Then he says, right, and we just had, he also says, Derek, right, and we just had a heaping dose of it, and now it's back to nothing. It's really weird. Toilet paper says, I didn't have any contact. What are you talking about? I haven't been touched in months. The man, Derek, says, oh, you mean touching? I thought you meant being around people. Toilet paper says, Jacob. What? Okay, he missed out. He leaving a lot out here. Toilet paper says, Jacob. He says, I love that you only say that when I'm being stupid, LOL. I guess that the Jacob's dumbness version of me. Not D, but blind? I don't know what that D is. Is it dig? What does that mean? Like, what is it? I don't understand these messages. I'm reading them though. You know what I cook? Derek, and look at Derek, spaghetti, cake. He says, I'm so drunk talking. Ugh. You know what I cook? Ugh. He says, Turlet Paper says, what's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have y'all found that yet in therapy? Yes, it is the exact same kind of car, Geo Metro. Okay, Derek deleting a lot of messages in between here. Then Derek says, giving up my religious guilt, becoming a Buddhist. That's cool. Where you come from? And then Turlet Paper says, unfortunately, Derek, I have friends who are in their 50s and 60s who are still dealing with that. And it's so sad. You can have freedom from religious guilt and still believe in Christ. Nice. Santa Monica is nice. I'm glad you going out there. How is your no? Is it stronger? You got to have a strong no. Derek says, yes, it's strong. My mom literally thinks I'm going to sell my soul to the Illuminati. She heard Kanye say that it's real. Turlet Paper says, well, I don't think that, but I do think that you have to be able to say no. I mean it and make it clear. Derek says, I'll only say yes if it gets me an Oscar. Just kidding. I hear you. Toilet Paper says, well, the only one who could have gotten that for you through sex is in prison. So just stick to the number unless you really are into him. Then he goes on to say, I would hope that you would let someone hold you and make love to you. You are missing the best years of my life, friend. Trust me. I hope you get past that block in your mind soon. Then Derek says, well, it's not this person, but yes, I want that too. I'm working on it. Therapy is healing. Okay, wait a minute. This Derek dude deleted a lot of message. I want to drag Toilet Paper, but I want to do it in the right context. He deleted a lot of stuff because there's a lot of messages that don't make sense. What does this say? Let me put it up on my phone. And just like the rest of these folks, Derek want money like the rest of these people. Let me put this up on here and see what this hold on, see what this look like. See what this is, because I can't see. Just like the rest of these folks, you got a lot of people who doing whatever they can for the coin. Period, point blank. Is this the same message? No, but I can go to it. It says, I can hardly see this. Where is this at? How come I'm not seeing it on my phone? Hold on. I want to read this. Y'all get the likes up on the video. I literally can't see it. I literally cannot see it. But anyway, I'm going to go to the next messages because I can't see that. I literally can't see it. What else is on here? Let me see if I can see this. Can I make it bigger? How come it's not? Huh? How come that shit not showing on my phone? It's not showing on my phone. I don't know what this is, but I can read some of the other messages to you because I do have those up. And some of the other messages say stuff like, listen to me, if you let this cast know that you and I have a new friendship, then you're opening yourself up to a lot of questions and foolishness. You want them to know that you are there because of your talent and not because we have a friendship or because Tony got me to give you a job. You earned your spot like everyone else. Don't give people an opportunity to play you small or they will. I can't teach you everything. Unfortunately, there are some things you'll have to learn yourself. It says, because when we got back to work, I'm not going to know you. I don't have any friends that work for me, my friend. Professionalism is key. And then Derek says, you're totally right. Toilet Paper says, I hope you get it, my friend. Derek says, this makes total sense. Then Toilet Paper says, just watch that behavior of everyone around me on set. And then Derek says, yes, I will. Don't want to give anyone that opportunity because work is work. And then Toilet Paper says, treat myself right. What are you doing? And then he says, Derek, in all caps. Weird. And then Derek says, just talking to my sister. Then Toilet Paper, eye roll. Fine. Good night. And then he says, I'll go through the 600 people in my phone book and be annoyed that I don't want to talk to any of them. Derek says, trying to get off so I can go to sleep, LOL. Toilet Paper says, I understand. Derek says, LOL, apparently you're not the only one that has been drinking tonight. Toilet Paper says, I just started. And then Derek says, they didn't, LOL. So those are some of the text messages. And it sounds to me like what's happening here is basically Toilet Paper is trying to have his little fun boy on the side, but he's also trying to play it off on the show. Like, yo, you got to play it off like me and you don't mess around on the lick. Because if they find out, it's not even that we gay or nothing. It's just that I don't want people to think that they don't have to earn their way in. But y'all recall when Anthony Mackie said, y'all remember when Anthony Mackie said, you don't work hard to get where you are, you're selected. Put a one in the chat if y'all remember when Anthony Mackie said that. Anthony Mackie and somebody else said it. They said that when it comes to success in Hollywood and just period, it's not about how hard you work. It's not about how great you are. You are nothing but selected. You're selected. You don't work hard and then you just get here and you pray and God just bless you. No. You're selected. And this statement right here in the text message tells me everything I need to know. Look at what he said. He says, you earned your spot like everyone else. Don't give people an opportunity to play you small or they will. I can teach you everything. Unfortunately, there are some things you'll have to learn for yourself. Because when we go back to work, I'm not going to know you. I don't have any friends that work for me, my friend. Professionalism is key. So this tells me that this Derek dude was chosen by Toilet Paper to be in a position that he's in. This is not to take away from his talent. This is not to take away from whatever gift he may or may not have. But what it says is that he was selected to be there. That's what this tells me. And when you're selected, okay, it comes with a price. Yes. You don't just get selected and live happily ever after. It comes with the price. And a lot of the price for Hollywood is, the soul and the Illuminati and all that stuff. Or whatever the case may be. Queen said he can't even act, child. No wonder. And look, Queen, if he can't act, now you know why. If he can't act, now you know why. Okay? But where was I going? Okay? But either way, these people are selected and placed in these positions. And you don't think Toilet Paper was selected and placed? Because he was. All of them are. All of them are. And it's given to me, Derek. I don't know what the lawsuit is for. Maybe some workplace stuff, but you giving me male Cassie tees. You was there for the coin. You was there for the coin. Listen, y'all know I want Toilet Paper now more than Diddy. Y'all know that. Well, kind of. But you know what I mean? But we need to bring him down on bringing him down. Now, if y'all just smashing on the side and he putting a couple of dollars in your pocket, that's one thing. But now with the workplace stuff, that's a whole other thing. But what I'm seeing is a bunch of willing participants coming in for a payday, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Because, bitch, I want to participate in something willingly and get millions of dollars afterwards. Because it's giving me, I'm telling you, girl, it's giving me male Cassie. Like you was with the shits. You texting this nigga talking about, oh, I'm just trying to go to sleep. Oh, LOL, you right. I do need to be professional on set so they don't know you digging out my ass. You said it. Yay. You in for it. You ain't no victim, nigga. You got a show out of it. They say you can't act. So you got a show out of it. You got all types of stuff out of it. So I mean, I don't know. I just think that we got to be very careful allowing these people to come on here and do things willfully on their own, and then turn back around and come back and say, oh yeah, I didn't want to do it, I changed my mind. Or oh yeah, I was groomed. Or oh yeah, I was. Now, if you are actually in a position where you're being abused, that's one thing. But come on now. A lot of y'all is just some hoes. And I ain't even judging you. If I worked for Toilet Paper and I felt like I needed to give it up and get on the show, I ain't gonna lie, I probably wouldn't, because I think he gay. But if I thought he was straight, then I probably would have to bust it open for a little show or something. I understand. I'm not judging that part. That's not the part I'm judging. What I'm judging is, if you're gonna be a hoe and stand on it. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is, if you're going to be a hoe and stand on it, collect your coin, go about the business. Don't come back to us and play victim. That's my biggest problem here. And that's my biggest problem here. Okay? That's the only thing I got to say to the people who out there getting their freak on. I ain't mad at you, girl. Do you? Just be careful. You know what I'm saying? Be careful. Just please be careful. So now, this picture was the one that surfaced that made people freak out and be like, girl, what is going on? Who is this man on the boat with toilet paper? But I keep telling y'all, just like Queen Latifah, just like Little Richard, just like all of these celebrities that we know, and we all know they be gay as two left shoes, but don't nobody want to see it. Toilet paper probably gay as the hell. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I think toilet paper should be able to be on a yacht with his little clear thing, with his little half pint of milk, and he should be able to do what he want to do on his yacht. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. I think my problem is toilet paper trying to sell to us that he's straight. That's the big problem. But ultimately, if you are mixing work with your Petey Bird, then you're out of pocket, and the clear man gonna take everything you got, and he should. Because just like you work at your job today, you can't go to work, clock in, and your boss tell you he won't stick his finger in your booty neither. So just like your boss can't tell you down at the Quick and Save that he want to stick his finger in your booty, Toilet Paper and Diddy can't be texting these people that work for them talking about, I want to stick my finger in your booty. It's against the law. You can't do that. Okay? You can't do that. So for the work stuff, the clear man gonna take everything he got. Well, I don't know if he gonna take everything he got, because, you know, toilet paper been kind of like Teflon. He been kind of like blocking them. Like, you know what I mean? But I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But, you know, they say birds of a feather do what? Flock together. But I mean, they black billionaires. Of course, they're gonna, well, outside of that little thing with the white. Not talking about maybe when I used to love you. Not that wailing fool. Not the male Mahalia Jackson. Not him. Please. When I say millionaires, I didn't mean the male Mahalia. I didn't mean him. I did not mean for nobody. I didn't mean male Mahalia. I meant the other two. Y'all know who I mean. You can see the picture and know who I was talking about. I wasn't talking about him. I was talking about them two. Yep. Birds of a feather flock together, though. So these pictures are coming back to haunt you, huh? These pictures coming back to haunt you, huh? Chill. I don't know. And let me say this as well, too. I'm noticing that we're going to see a lot of these lawsuits, these frivolous lawsuits come out. And a lot of things are going to come out on these people that's black. And honestly, a lot of us going to be over there windmilling with our head down per usual, talking about, oh, this is messed up. This is a black man. Black people got to be smarter. Black people just have to be smarter. If we're not going to be smarter, then you know what? Then we got to take our licks. Period, point blank. Period.
Nah, usually I don't do this.
My bad. Kel's trying to get out tonight too. Okay, so these are the messages we already read. Nice. Santa Monica is nice. I'm glad you're going out there. How is you? You're okay. We read that one. I will hope that you not let somebody hold you and make love to you. You're missing the best years of your life, my friend. Trust me. I hope you get past that block on your mind soon. We read that one. Let me see what I didn't. But I swear to you, I know how to fix this. I love killing a mother in a show that no one expects. Let me back up. This nigga is diabolical. This nigga talking about I love killing off people in the show. This nigga diabolical. And then Derek says, you could be sipping Mai Tais, counting coconuts right now. And then Toilet Paper says, thinking about in the last episode, they are all shot at. We don't know who lives. Derek says, exactly. I'm scared. They should be too. Toilet Paper says, nope, they're not. So they discussing Toilet Paper possibly taking him off the show if he don't give him a little boot tag. Okay? Treat myself right. What are you doing, Derek? We already read that one. Hold on. I want to read maybe ones I may have missed. What did that photo, why did that photo make me jealous? You two together? Ha ha, I don't know. It's just Brad, LOL. LOL, he just wanted to go for a quick walk. Okay, we read that one. I feel sorry for the person that you choose, and I won't, and he says, no, Derek says, and I won't even take an aspirin from someone anymore. Ha ha, I would cry if that wasn't so funny. Why? And then Toilet Paper says, what I mean by that is that you're so beautiful when you're finally able to unlock your mind. You're going to make that person crazy. Then he goes on to say, the guy, Derek, I need to smell some roses more. Toilet Paper says, you are the rose, but you are so blocked that you refuse to be smelled or open. This is textbook sexual harassment for the people in the back. This is textbook. If you want to know what if you ever read the definition of sexual harassment and then somebody says, show me an example, you're in it right now. What he's doing, even though it's a mutual conversation, because Tyler Perry is the boss, the owner, the CEO, the person in charge of this big old thing, and he's having an inappropriate conversation, especially one that details him doing anything sexually, personally, even if they were talking about walking in a park. It don't matter. This right here is workplace sexual harassment down to a T. I don't care where you work. Your supervisor, your shift leader, your boss, hell, not even your coworker could talk to you like this. They can't. It's against company rules. It's against workplace rules, okay? Textbook example of sexual harassment right here. Even though it's mutually exclusive and mutual between the both of them, it's still sexual harassment. If you ask me, he look like he in more of a trouble right now than Diddy right now. He wrong. He can't do it. You cannot text your employees and say stuff like this. You can't. You can't. Right outside the box, and he keeps on persisting. Talking about you are the rose. Sexual harassment. But you're so black that you refuse to be smelled or open. That's sexual harassment. And look at the boy. That is sweet. And I'm working on it. Hashtag therapy. I'm really scared that I'm going to waste my life worrying. Toilet Paper. Been there. Stopped somewhere in my late 30s, early 40s. And then he says, how do they make money then? Subscriptions? Toilet Paper says they make money from the advertising. Lots of money. I love how I feel right now, but I don't like being horny. Testosterone. Harassment. Sexual harassment. Then the guy says, oh yeah, from the doctor. And then he says, but it's making you feel better. Tyler says, I feel so good, but I don't like being horny. I feel sorry for the person or for the first person that flirts with me. And look at Derek, LOL, LOL, as he should. This is a billionaire, bitch. I would have sent the emoji that do this. Bitch, please. Girl, fuck. At this point, y'all want to let Cassie be a hoe and come back and get millions of dollars? Fuck it. I won't be a hoe and come back and get millions of dollars and they had a whole world on my side. Fuck it. Y'all want no. I would have sent the emoji that did this. Oh, Tyler. Oh, my God. He do sound hard up. He do. He really do. He really do. Hard up as F. Talking about I don't like being horny. I feel sorry for the first person that flirt with me. This nigga is an animal. Do you hear me? He's an animal. And for that he owes. And for that he should pay. No cap. For that he should pay. Now here, it says, okay, this the one we read where he was telling him to be professional on the job because, hey, you know, we don't want people to think that you was given this position. You want people to think that you earned it. Okay? That's what we're dealing with here. I think we read that one. He says, they're so stupid to think that. So stupid. I'm going to have a come to Jesus moment with them. I think I'm going to shoot them all, get shot. That'll do it. They'll be like, wait. And then Toilet Paper says, I may need to shoot the shoot out early. And oh boy was like Tuesday, or maybe, okay, that Beyonce song on the loudspeaker for everyone. So it sounds to me like as long as the boy was willing to play, Toilet Paper was willing to save his character, and they will talk about how he's going to shoot off and kill off all the other characters. So then my question for the boy would be, then who else is playing? Who else playing? Like, how many other people you working side by side with is getting thumbs in their booty to keep their character alive? That's what I would be thinking. Bitch, I ain't gonna lie. If I know I'm sleeping with the boss man, when I come on set to keep my job, when I come on set, I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking at everybody on the set like, bitch, is you fucking my man? Because he a billionaire. He mines now. Is you fucking my man? Bitch, now I'm about to come to work and fight everybody. You know what I mean? But either way, even though I see that this is a mutual situation where this guy, Derek, wanted to have a situation like this with Tyler. It was both of them wanted it. Nobody said, hey, this is inappropriate. Hey, what are you doing? We need to stop this. None of it. Everybody was on cue. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. Toilet Paper didn't do anything wrong in that regard. You know what he did do wrong? When he decided as the CEO, owner, producer, writer, creator, when he decided to speak about his sexual desires in any unprofessional situations with one of his people that work for him. And that right there is textbook workplace harassment, workplace sexual harassment, unsafe work environment, all type of emotional, mental, and all type of damages that he could sue and file for. And just with that alone, if he wanted to take Tyler Perry's entire empire, he would be well within his rights to do. Because Toilet Paper knows better. He knows better. He definitely knows better. So, yeah, he will be well within his rights to do. Outside the box said he never slept with him. It don't matter. This is not sexual assault. This is sexual harassment. Carry the same weight. See, if he had slept with him or if he had done anything physical with him, then we would get into assault and R word and things of that nature. But just the idea of who he is and his position, he is out of pocket. And that boy gonna probably take everything. I'm telling you now, it's coming. But this has been going on since the beginning of time. It's just that now that these people are realizing they can get these lawsuits, everybody's just filing. Okay, he did try to assault him. Oh, he got in a bed with him. You should read the lawsuit. Who got it? Let me go pull it up. Let me pull up the lawsuit. He tried to get in bed with him. What? Ooh, he trending high too. Toilet Paper, you trending. Ooh, Toilet Paper. Them people want your head off your shoulders, you ugly bitch. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They got him trending high too. He trending, girl. What happened? What happened? Toilet Paper. They on your ass, bruh. They on your ass. Let me see. Okay, this is page 1 of the lawsuit, but this, let me see. Let's share. Let's go over here. It says Jonathan J. Dassler, whoever, that's the lawyer, Superior Court of California, County of Los Angeles, unlimited jurisdiction. Oh, they in California. You know, they try to get you for shit you did 100 years ago. Derek Dixon, an individual, is the plaintiff, and he's suing Tyler Perry, an individual, Tyler Perry Production, TPS Production Services, LLC, Limited Liability Company, and Action LLC, and Limited Liability Company, and Does 150 Exclusive. Now, that's all the people that he's suing. The complaint is quid pro quo sexual harassment, work environment harassment, sexual harassment, workplace gender violence, violation of the Bain Act, sexual battery, sexual assault, negligent retention. Is that what that says? Intentional infliction of emotional distress, retaliation. Now let me tell you something. Let me tell you why this lawsuit is way more solid than this Diddy shit. Let me tell you why this lawsuit is way more solid than this Diddy shit. Ain't too many gray areas. When they start, let me tell you the charges that it's going to be very, very hard for Toilet Paper to fight. Okay? Mind you, they are mentioning the penal codes behind these things. Okay? So the ones, really all of them is going to be hard for them to fight. But the ones that's really going to be hard for them, you see this here work environment harassment, this sexual harassment, workplace gender violence, this violence of the Bain Act, international infliction of emotional distress, and retaliation. All of those things are work related and they are black and white. This is really bad for Toilet Paper. This is really bad. This is really bad because this ain't no he say, she say, put her on the stand. She gonna corroborate that she was there the night Toilet Paper broke the house down or broke the door down and flew through here with a Superman cape on, dropping nutcrackers on our foreheads. That ain't this. This is textbook black and white, what you will and will not do in or owning a company, and Toilet Paper has literally violated every damn thing them people in the room. Toilet Paper has violated, I'm talking about workplace wise, he has violated damn near everything them people in the room just through the text messages. With the text messages alone, he gonna lose a lot, period. In my opinion, this case has more validity in it than the Cassie case, in my opinion. Only because, the only reason I'm saying that is because it's pretty black and white. Okay? It's pretty black and white. Now, a lot of people are going to say that Derek is going to settle, as they always do. As they always do. Now, this is where we're going to figure out who's really behind this. If the powers that be are behind this, they're going to court. If the powers that be are behind Toilet Paper getting his wings clipped, his pretty wings, they're going to court. If this just a one-on-one, it's probably just him. Okay? I'm telling you what I know. This boy got way more of a solid case than Cassie would ever have. Not because it didn't happen to Cassie. It's because the stuff that he's complaining in this lawsuit is literal black and white. You can't mix it up. You can't flip it around and make it sound like it's something else. No, baby. It is what it is. In Toilet Paper, with this boy saying workplace this and workplace that and workplace, I'm pretty positive whoever his attorneys is already on your ass. Now, Toilet Paper did a video. Look at him. Toilet Paper might be AI. Y'all know I go as far because I still don't know this nigga. And he's supposed to be from New Orleans. I still don't know this nigga. But let's get into Toilet Paper, what he had to say while all these allegations flying across his forehead.
He's got the whole world in his hands. He got the whole world in his hands. Hey, I'm just sitting here on my porch just looking. What am I looking at? I'm looking to the hills from whence cometh my help. For my help, some of y'all know the rest. Um, I just wanted to come on and just tell everybody, just be as calm as you can. He's got the whole world in his hand. He got the whole.
Not toilet paper coming on here singing the whole world in his hands. He talking loud and ain't saying nothing, girl. He look guilty. Look at him. He look guilty. Look at him. Don't he look guilty? Hey, bro. Hey, let me just say this. He look into the hills where he say his help cometh. So shout out to the hills and his help. Hey, it's a new day. That's all I'm gonna say is it's a new day. And if any of y'all working down at your job and one of your supervisors, one of your shift leaders, one of your floor managers, one of your co-workers, any one of them niggas, unless you like it, texting you, talking about putting their thumb in your booty, you need to be calling 911 and filing charges too. And that's for anybody out here. Because this ain't just a toilet paper situation. This ain't just a toilet paper productions. This is all over the world, Craig. Y'all cannot be on these people's jobs harassing these people sexually, especially when you cut the checks. You can't do that, toilet paper. That don't go like that. Go find you somebody on the street. Well, we see how that's working out for Diddy. But you see what I'm saying? You're out of pocket, bro. Them people gonna take everything you got. Every wig you got, every titty hung up for Madea gonna belong to them white folks. And that's gonna be good for your ass. You know why though? Because I don't like you. So it is what it is. Stop harassing and sleeping with the people you work with, sir. Don't you have a child? I thought you had a baby mama or a wife or something. Where she at? You looking for a beard? Call me. VoodooDollPodcast@gmail.com. I'll be your beard. And when I pop out repping for my nigga, I don't want y'all to say, let me stop playing. I don't think I could do it with a straight face. Me and that nigga be done got into it. Shut your ugly ass up, toilet paper looking ass. I'm just playing. But anyways. For real, I'll be waiting for him to say something crazy so I could drag him. He's so stupid looking at. Anyways, girl. Yeah. So toilet paper next. We're gonna keep our stuff posted. I want to get more into it. We'll get more into it tomorrow because I want to get into this lawsuit and what they saying was going on. They're talking about getting in the bed and all of that. Girl, we're gonna get into it. Shout out to everybody in the building. We gotta get to Diddy. I'm so sorry, y'all. We gotta get to not Diddy, Daphne Joy. Are y'all ready? So first of all, shout out to DJ Academics, big fat funky nasty ass. Academics took it upon himself to go and do some research on the Daphne Joy person. Now I told y'all from first glance, I am not buying this Daphne Joy shit with no goddamn Diddy and 50 in them. I believe that Daphne Joy was a slut and a whore, and I believe she was one professionally. And I also believe that Daphne Joy was also one of the girls who didn't mind doing whatever she needed to do to make her coin. Okay. What it was given to me was, even through Daphne's testimony, was that Daphne had an issue with feeling like other girls are getting more than her when she believed she deserved the most. Okay. And she's well within her rights to do so. Okay. Now, this Daphne Joy girl, everybody kept saying, where does this girl come from? Who is this girl? How did she end up with 50 Cent? How did she end up with Diddy? Who is this girl? Everybody was asking that, right? So, let me get to it. So, a lot of people were just like, oh my God, she's so gorgeous. She's so great. I can see why these men are going crazy over her. And I'm starting to realize, and I should have realized this long ago, and this has been the very thing that had Black women in their self-confidence in a chokehold. What I'm starting to realize is when the media tell us what is what, we just go with the move. Because although Daphne is not a bad looking girl, I think she's a pretty girl, but beautiful and amazing and all that, she's just a skinny bobblehead Asian girl dressed like a skinny bobblehead clear girl. Like, I don't see the craziness about all of this. I don't see the big deal, if it makes sense. But the people are losing their minds. Who is Daphne? Oh, she had a baby by 50. Now she over there with Diddy. We sitting up here thinking this is some glamorous stuff. Whole time, this heifer going through hell and high water with her body, just trying to stay afloat so she can be in the lap of luxury, under so-called Diddy and 50. This is textbook, everything that glitters ain't gold. Because while she's dressed nice, she looks nice, hearing the details of this testimony and of this case, I'm sitting here saying, I don't care what she got. I wouldn't trade places with her for nothing. I don't care if they gave me all the money in the world. I still would not trade places with her. Okay? So remember, she was with Deray Davis. We talked about that a week ago. She was with Deray Davis before she was with Diddy and 50. Not only Deray Davis, Jason Derulo, and a few other people. She was with a few of them. This girl has been around. She ain't just jump off the porch. Check her out.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. So does Jason cry himself to sleep every night after you dumped him? He knows he probably messed up big time, huh?
You have to laugh about it.
Yeah, it's good.
That one right there? It made my day, girl.
Yeah, you look amazing.
Thank you so much. I'll see you guys.
All right, have a great day.
Thank you so much for your help.
So everybody's like, who is this Daphne girl? Where did she come from? And I'm over here saying, I do know that she was with Deray Davis, because when Deray got into it with, when Floyd Mayweather got into it with 50, Floyd brought out the fact, and we talked about it. Remember, Floyd said, you mad because your baby mama don't want you no more. And then he said, and JD gave you the herp. Okay. Now at the time, we didn't know who JD was. I don't remember if 50 even really responded specifically to that. But either way, everybody was just like, whoa. And the rumor was that 50 had the herp, but he got it with, not he got it with her, but obviously through testimony we're hearing through Cassie and all these other folks that they've been popping off on that. Mind you, first of all, let's keep this in mind. Hollywood is very small. Less than 1% of the population belongs to Hollywood. Because it's such an exclusive club, everybody fucking everybody. Okay? Very seldom do those people inside of this club step out of the club to go and find somebody. Typically, when they outside of the club with their spouses or the people that they deal with, they come in with them folks. But typically, once you get into this exclusive Hollywood club, you kind of stuck. You don't go out mingling and dabbling and dibbling with any old everybody, because now you have a value to you that you didn't have before. So with that being said, the pro and the con of that is, the pro is I get to like shield myself from the craziness of the world. But the con is I'm sleeping with the same 50 people that everybody else sleeping with. Yeah, Sharika, like a small city. That's exactly what Hollywood is like. It's like a small city. It's not just with entertainment, is with athletes too. Think about basketball wives. Think about all these Jennifer and Evelyn, all these girls, hell, Brittany Renner, all of these girls literally be with the same niggas. All of them. Everybody get a turn. That's it. All of them girls on basketball wives, all them football girls, they all take turns with the same niggas. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. And because this club is so exclusive, just like it shields them from the bottom, which is us, it also keeps whatever's going on inside of the club, which means if you're Daphne and you started out the window or jumped out the window with Deray, and then you went from Deray to Jason Derulo, then Jason Derulo to Fifth, then Diddy, then that means that all of y'all have the same girl in common. And depending on where she's coming from and who she is and what she already coming with, you don't know what she done get through these 4-5 rappers, right? Who could possibly be giving it to how many other people? One thing we do know that's common about this Daphne girl, as far as her situation with the Diddy thing, is that she's been escorting before, and this herpes thing is something that's been surrounding her name for years. Okay? Years and years and years. And you know, honestly, it would also explain this cuckold thing too. Hear me out. Hear me out. If I was a person who was rich and I had been in the game for scolds and blows years and years and years, I done been it all, I done seen it all, I done it all, I probably would be a cuck too, because there's nothing left for me to do after that. I would probably get off seeing other people get banged up in the bag too. Because I've done it all, I've seen it all, I've already had you. Yeah, you 50 baby mama, but the thrill is gone. Like, it's funner now to just watch me let other niggas just ram you through, like ram you out. Like, it ain't even fun for me to even do it myself no more. So now I'm starting to understand this cuck thing. The more I'm understanding what's been going on in Hollywood, okay? Now let's get to this Daphne girl. So now Daphne, like I told y'all, she had ended up messing with Diddy, 50. You feel what I'm saying? A whole slew of people, okay? But Academics big funk ass had went back and did some research, and what his research found was that there's one clear man in the Bahamas who these girls all are coming back to. And this clear man allegedly had an STI. Nope, it's an STD. They say he had an STD and knew it and was in the Bahamas just going around, had this harem of girls that he was just passing out this shit to, and that these girls were cool with it because he was a billionaire and he was getting paid, allegedly. And allegedly, according to Academics, big nasty ass, he said that this girl, Daphne, comes from this half-dead motherfucker right here, that Daphne comes from him and she got the herp from him, which would allegedly mean that when Daphne got to 50, got to Diddy, got to Jason Derulo, got to all these niggas, she already had it, allegedly. Which would mean, which gave Academics the next question, bitch, who sent you? Because now I'm over here saying, bitch, who sent you? We got to break it down and get into it. Y'all come on in here and get the likes up on this video because I have a few questions.
Fuck them all, okay? You would have private jets. It's kind of very similar to Jeffrey Epstein in a way. And apparently they're saying that Daphne Joy, who's 50 Cent baby mama, is linked to him, which, by the way, this would be before 50 dated her. I'm actually surprised why 50 would even date Daphne if she was linked to this guy. But actually, I know a girl who was linked to this guy. This guy was getting I don't want to say getting pussy because this guy was sex trafficking people, but he was doing a lot.
Copyrights to the music, I don't copyrights, fair use.
Peter Nygaard's name has been recognized.
This man looks like a fucking corpse. Like, he looks dead. He looks scary. He looks like he belonged inside of a freaking horror film. Look at this man. Ew. He's scary. Oh.
He was doing a lot.
Copyrights to the music, I don't copyrights, fair use.
Wait till you hear the girl.
Nygaard's name has been recognized here in the Bahamas.
And he's in the Bahamas. He's in the Bahamas. Wait till you see. Watch when the girl tell her story.
Years, but arguably never more so than right now, with all the headlines about rape allegations and lawsuits. We're on our way to a private location to meet with the women behind those claims.
It was me, my sister, and my cousin were inside the mall on a Saturday, and then we ended up passing Nygaard Slim store.
In a class action lawsuit filed in New York, she's among the first to come forward, called Jane Doe number 1. And this is the first TV interview about her experience with Nygaard. Just graduated from grade 9, she was shopping for pants at the Nygaard store in the Bahamas.
She just graduated from 9th grade and she in the mall, and here come this creepy, weird Al Yankovic, AI generated, bot looking, dead corpse, crypt keeper, corpse looking ass cracker over there preying on a girl in the 9th grade. Disgusting. But this the man allegedly Daphne Joy come from.
Came, took my measurements because he said he wanted to make sure all his customers have something that could fit them. And we went to the front and took pictures.
This is Peter Nygaard himself.
Yes.
Did you know who Peter Nygaard was then?
Yeah, and we had a key in the Bahamas, Nygaard key.
And you knew he had a fashion company.
After him.
What she says happened next is now a familiar plot in the Bahamas.
He asked me about the modeling, and then this lady came and took my number.
Did you in fact hear from her?
3 days later, she told me she was coming to pick me up and what time to be ready for.
You know what I'm starting to notice, and I'm stopping it for commentary purposes, but you know what I'm starting to notice too? When it comes to these weird places where these weird rich billionaires, yeah, they lizards, them damn, what do we call them? Reptilians. That would he look like a reptilian, to be honest. But look, I'm starting to notice that whenever you get around these type of people, or you hear about people who get around these people, the very first thing they want to give to a person and bait them in with is that bullshit modeling. Y'all ever notice that? Oh, you're a model. Oh, you can do this. You can do that. I remember when I used to be skinny, a lady told me that. Oh, you can model. Oh my God, you should take my car. Bitch, please. Bitch, I'll be fat by tomorrow. Stop the cap, first of all. Second of all, bitch, modeling my ass. Every time you turn around, they want to talk about how it's a model. Oh, you can model, you can model, you can model. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Now, this is a child giving her experience on being groomed. Now, this is groomed. You want to talk about groomed? This is groomed. About being groomed and abused and mishandled by a millionaire, billionaire, rich cadaver cracker.
You're being picked up at your home and taken to Nygaard Key?
Yeah, we had dinner. I still thought we were going to have this discussion about the modeling.
And did he in fact mention that?
No. But after he told me, let's go somewhere quiet so we discuss business.
Where did you go?
To his bedroom.
You gotta really decide in your head just what is it you want to do, and in a systematic way drive yourself towards it. And then you have to say, okay, if I'm going to do this, this is what I have to do to get there.
It is not hard to find.
Chat. It was
you know what I noticed too, really quickly? When the white men do the same thing, they celebrate them. The Hugh Hefner, he celebrated with his per definition, what Hugh Hefner did, everybody in that bitch should have been locked up for life. The way y'all going in on Diddy, Hugh Hefner should have been. I'm talking about he shouldn't have made it out the gate the way we've been going in on Diddy. Because if y'all think it's bad on the Diddy side, y'all ain't heard shit when you start talking about them Playboy mansions and shit and the stuff that was going on in there. But neither here nor there. I'm noticing when it comes to they people, they prop them people up and make them like these goats and these greats and these good people. Oh, this is great. You know what I mean? They allow these clears to have these long lives and all this longevity and these legacies and all that stuff. They don't ever come out and drag their people, but they use us to drag ours. And don't get me wrong, they need to be dragged. And I'm not saying we like the white people, but what I'm saying is we hold ours accountable, so we should. However, I'm just noticing that they always make sure that they prop theirs up and make theirs look good no matter what, even though they be the most heinous. You know what I mean?
I've read certain stuff about this guy. This guy was I think most of these guys you got to call a sex addict, but he was so like addicted to this lifestyle. Supposedly he would get, and this is what I'm saying. In these cases, we're hearing a sanitized version. Even the crazy shit you're hearing with the semen is still sanitized. what was said about Peter Nygaard is that he caught so many STDs and he had them untreated. He was giving out STDs as well. That supposedly his penis, this is how women described it, that his penis was like fucking, it looked like a mushroom or some shit like that. Like, I don't know, but they were saying it was because the dude would just keep fucking, catching 3, 4, 5 STDs. Like your immune system, I think over time maybe could kind of get rid of certain stuff, but certain stuff not really. The nigga was just, yeah. Like, I think I could Google that. Peter.
Y'all hear that? He had so many STDs untreated that the girls say his lapided bird looked like a mushroom. So he was collecting all these STDs and sleeping with all these different people and just giving it to them. And they say it had been on him so long and untreated that it made his thing look like a mushroom. OMG. And this is where allegedly Daphne's coming from. Woo. This is crazy. This is crazy now.
Nygaard.
Peter Nygaard.
Me Googling Peter Nygaard.
From the Bahamas. Where is his documentary? I need to watch that when I get off of here. And let me say this too. This is what makes this worse. Because in the Bahamas, I just came from the Bahamas last year. Y'all know that. But in the Bahamas, it's really like I don't want to say that it's poor because I think that that's wrong. However, it's not like America, if it makes sense. Because I don't want to say that it's poor. There are poor people there. Like there are poor people everywhere. So if this man has this amount of money, I'm pretty sure he could do whatever he wanted to do in the Bahamas. And these young girls coming from impoverished areas, no money, no, you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? You see how he create a demand for a product because they need money. So that's what this man was doing. I want to fast forward to the part where he's talking about what's this girl name?
What if recording high quality content?
I want to fast forward to the part where he's talking about Daphne because that was big for me. Hold on. Matter of fact, I have the clip saved. Hold on. Where he speaks about the Daphne girl in a bit more. Hold on.
A lot of the shit. By the way, after that nigga went to jail, she looked. This is her here, but she was the person who they said facilitated a lot of the shit. By the way, after that nigga went to jail, she looked like she landed on her feet, huh? Oh man, these women they'll facilitate the shit because really they only care about the money. They don't care if nobody else is getting victimized. They facilitate this and third. When the government come in, they snitch. Or not snitch, but they cooperate, and then they just go get another guy because, as long as their beauty hasn't faded, they're so good.
Now, what Ak is doing here is he's connecting dots. Remember, Floyd and 50 were best friends. This shit go deep. This shit go way deeper than you know. Floyd and 50 were best friends, right? According to Floyd, him and 50 fell out because 50 wanted to do some boxing stuff. Like he wanted to get into this whole boxing business deal type stuff. And Floyd was like, bro, that's my lane. That's kind of what I'm doing. I don't want to mix that business with friendship. Let's just kind of keep that separate. You do your music thing. I do my boxing thing. From what I'm hearing, that's why they kind of broke up or kind of fell out. Now, with 50 being cool with Floyd and them falling out, Floyd had aired out the fact that 50 got the hurt from Daphne. Remind you, Daphne allegedly comes from the clear man we just talked about from the Bahamas, okay? So when Floyd aired out 50 and said he got the hurt from Daphne Joy, he was saying that not knowing that we would later be here, obviously connecting the dots, talking about these freak offs, and now understanding why Daphne Joy has access to other billionaires like Kanye, like these other people, because this is all like in my opinion, from what I see, it seemed to me like some sort of damn ring, like some sort of like Like this clear man is probably like the person who's sending these hoes out to these people. That's what it's given to me. So what Act is explaining, and remember, Jonathan Oddie settled out of court after getting herpes from who? Cassie and Diddy. He didn't say Cassie. He didn't say Diddy. He said both Cassie and Diddy gave me herpes. So a lot of y'all fags running around here itching. Y'all just don't know it yet. Because they all sleeping with the same people. Okay? So a lot of y'all fags is around here itching and y'all don't know it. And y'all will lick their drawers if they took them off. But y'all have no clue what's really going on behind these scenes. So that's what Ack is explaining right here. Let me let him cook.
Sulin Medeiros, Peter Nygaard. Okay? Let's look that up. Model talent agencies among co-conspirators named, okay? This is him and her. Okay? So, by the way, you should be able to tell. Pretty young girl, they're with this guy. Guy looks old as dirt. You know what I'm saying? And the lawsuit claimed that she trafficked women for Peter Nygaard, right? So let's look at that connection real quick. Here we go. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Which one's?
Definitely.
And so, how does you never been to the island with Peter Nygaard though?
I've hung out with Peter Nygaard.
Oh, we got to get in the yellow.
I know exactly, and I never went on that island. Yeah.
Okay. No. So for those of you that don't know Peter Nygaard.
So now this is Jason Lee from Hollywood Lock, and he's talking to some other people talking about Peter Nygaard and how he pays a lot of money for him to do number 2 on people. Just FYI.
He pays women to shit on them, right?
Yes.
Okay.
God damn.
What?
He's a billionaire who owns a private island. Shout out to Sulin Medeiros. She's been there a lot of times.
Wasn't that his girlfriend? Like he bought a Ferrari for her and the whole nine. And
yeah, but I heard the house mother wasn't happy with her. She got that Ferrari taken. I don't know all the details. Wait, let me talk to. This is my girl.
So Sulin Medeiros got the Ferrari. She was starting to like help out supposedly.
Right now. Listen, let me tell you why I like her. Because these girls out here in Hollywood really be trying to be coy about this Hollywood shit. And it's real out here. This is a different culture. It's a different environment. And that people are out here making money. Whether it's through social media, whether through spending time, whether it's flying to an island and getting shitted on. Because I tell you, the way some of my bills show up in the mail, I'll get shitted on for a good check.
You'll get shitted on or you'll shit on?
I'll paint that shit all over my face and let you treat me like Play-Doh, motherfucker. You put shit right here, you put shit right here. I wouldn't give a fuck. What you gonna say?
Lord, I don't want to say what I would and wouldn't do, but I just can't see it. But how much? I don't know. I'm conflicted. I don't know. Let's move on.
So wait, have you been to the island, you say, right?
Yeah, I've hung out with Peter Nygaard a couple times.
But you ain't do no shit.
No, I didn't do any shit.
You did some fuck.
Okay, wait, hold on. Does he like to shit on girls or like to get shit on? He likes getting shitted on.
Oh, I feel it. Oh, you want me to do the shit? Oh, I can do that. Let me stop.
The reason why I know, because now you guys are like, well, something's not adding up. I was legit just in my head thinking,
Melissa, you wouldn't let anybody shit on you? Let me set it up first. Hold on. Peter Nygaard, billionaire, flies you to a private island, has all the cocoa butter you have to rinse it off and to moisturize after he paints you with a bunch of diarrhea. Would you do it?
I can't. No. And let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me tell you something. I have gotten the invite to go to that island.
Wow.
And I never, ever went. I wish.
That's Melissa Ford, by the way. So they know about Peter Nygaard and his island where he fly women out to go get shitted on. All right. And you think Peter Nygaard is the only person doing this stuff? Hell no. They got billionaires, millionaires, thousandaires doing this shit every day. And them folks know about it. Yeah, that's Melissa Ford. And they know about it. But they not trying them. They got Diddy and them up here, though. I think they all need to go. I think that if you're into it, you're into it. And if it's consensual, if you consensually go across seas to go do whatever you go do, I don't think we should even be discussing it. Period. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying this is very normal for them.
Wish somebody would try to say
$1 million. I'm setting that up.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna go with you. $1 million. Because
Okay,
I'll be the
you
friend
come
that
with
brings you
me
shit
and
on.
you get shitted on. Okay.
How about this? We both get shitted on together.
Oh my
What about you,
God.
Liz? You have a price?
No, I think if you actually like play your cards right, you can get paid for not doing anything. Because
Right.
that was my situation with Peter. They actually reached out to me and were consistent. So when I finally went and hung out with him, I literally sat next to him at the poker table. You know, whatever he played, he won. He gave me some money, and that was how I got paid
But
for
most rich guys want pretty girls just to be in the room.
Like
Floyd Mayweather loves pretty girls to be around. He ain't hitting all them girls. And I think it's the perception because y'all have it so hard. You take a picture with any guy. We should take
We're
a
fucking,
picture.
yeah.
We should take a picture today and
or does he like it?
Interesting.
Now, I would say this. The girl who says sometimes you don't have to do nothing, she's right. I learned this too. And I learned this on mistake. I wasn't even trying to learn this. I didn't learn this until I moved to Atlanta after Hurricane Katrina. And I used to run across a lot of men with a lot of money. And I don't mean drug dealing. Well, them too. But I mean, I'm talking about with like generational wealth, right? And what I found is that when they know that they could play with women, some girls, I think that they go fall. And I think that they see some women where they just don't want to try them like that. Or they just respect them or look at them a little different. And I will say, you can be around these people and not do anything. Not for long periods of time now. At some point, you're going to have to jump off the pot, okay? But what I'm saying is, like you can be in a situation where you're there and not actually taking part and still be accomplished or still be accommodated for your time. So I believe her when she said when she first went around there, she didn't have to do all that. They really just played poker whoop de whoop. She's a pretty girl. Like even Jason Lee said, some men just like pretty girls around. And who knows? I am a pretty bitch. Maybe that was my tea. I don't know. But you know, maybe that could be the case why he didn't. Well, why she didn't have to get shitted on, literally, by this clear man, or at least do the shitting on him. Because they say he like for the girls to do it on him. But either way, that girl is supposed to be one of the people that they're saying came out of the camp that came through with the Daphne Joy.
have it so hard. You take a picture with any guy. We should take a picture.
Yeah.
We should take a picture today and
Or does he like it?
Interesting. Okay, so we get to find out the Sulin Madero girl is his Ghislaine Maxwell. Now, Sulin Madero,
That's his bottom bitch.
apparently she was friends.
Oh, look, this girl right here, just so you know who he's talking about, I'll go back to where we were. This girl right here, her. What he's saying is she was his bottom bitch. Talking about the guy, Peter Nygaard. His bottom bitch was this girl right here. And she's supposed to be the girl to help him get the other women, allegedly, according to DJ Academics, okay?
Sulin Madero rumored to have threesomes with 50 Cent's lover, ex-lover, and boyfriend.
Pause.
Brazilian
50 a punk? Did y'all read that? Because all Ack is doing is putting up old articles. These are old articles. Is 50 a punk? It says Sulin Madero's rumored to have threesome with 50 Cent's ex-lover and boyfriend. Now, mind you, it's an article. Anybody could write one. But I'm just asking, is he a punk?
with 50 Cent's lover, ex-lover, and boyfriend. Brazilian model Sulin Madero had a birthday threesome with 50 Cent's ex-girlfriend Daphne Joy and her sex tape co-star, according to rumors. Gossip claims they have a wind of a freaky story involving the three. It was a celebration of Sulin's 25th birthday in Los Angeles that ended with the three of them headed back, for some after-hour shit. We heard the three continued to party into the evening, well into the wee hours of the night after the clubs was closed. Where do you go after the clubs is closed? Sounds like a wild night. Freaky time. So it's Daphne Joy has been reportedly been in separate scandal of her own, claiming 50 Cent was once embroiled in beef with her. And listen, I'm gonna do a lot of connections here, Chad. Just tap in. Daphne Joy reportedly been in a separate scandal of her own with Gossip. Okay, also claiming 50 Cent was once involved in a beef with Joy's comedian boyfriend Deray Davis, the star of Barbershop.
Pause. All right. So now are we catching on to are we tracking? So this is what's going on. So Daphne and the girl Soo Young is the bottom bitch of Peter Nygaard. Daphne, who came from the girl Soo Young, had a threesome with 50, allegedly. What they're saying is her, 50, and Daphne were in a threesome. Now the girl Soo Young already had stuff going on with her. Daphne already have stuff going on with her, but the stuff going on with her is at this time, her boyfriend is Deray Davis, the comedian. Okay? So while she out here at freak-offs, she's the girlfriend of Deray Davis. Now, Deray does do, the last time I seen him years ago, wasn't he doing like this poly life or something like that? So it would make sense. But either way, Deray had her first before 50 and all these other folks got her. Okay? So she coming, her and Soo Young did the threesome with 50, coming out of their own issues with a lot of beefs that they had stuff prior to them having a threesome together. And this is where I believe Act is going to connect where 50 and all this other stuff kind of come into play with Floyd and all that other stuff.
Okay. Deray threatened to blackball Joy from the modeling industry after finding out that she left him for Fifth.
Pause. So Deray found out Daphne was over there fucking 50 and said, bitch, I will blackball you out the modeling industry and you will never work in this town again. And you know what she said? Do what you got to do. And she left and went with 50. So she jumped off one dick. I'm talking about Deray. And jumped immediately onto the next. Mind you, she's coming from Soo Young and this here Peter Nygaard with the old herpes. Okay? So now she done jumped from from Deray onto Fifth. Okay? Follow me.
But back down because the rapper reportedly told him, back off or else. Okay?
Ooh, so 50 and Deray had words, and 50 told Deray back off or else. So that tells me 50 was really feeling this racially ambiguous blazing. He was gonna fight for his, baby. He told Deray to stand down, my nigga. Stand down. That's what he said.
So now y'all see why the Nygaard thing comes in. She's really close friend with the Ghislaine Maxwell. By the way, chat, this is some underground sex shit going on.
Yep.
So Daphne Joy is really close with the Ghislaine Maxwell for Peter Nygaard. So you understand why when Diddy starts suggesting certain stuff, maybe it's not the first time she ever heard of suggestions or that some of these entertainers or moguls have proclivities to these type of lifestyles. Remember, they're only fucking with billionaires. This is billionaire shit. Okay, let's not stop there, okay?
So what he's saying is 50 comes up on this girl, Daphne. But Daphne at the time was with Deray. Now, 50 and Deray have words back and forth because Deray feel like, you my bitch. How you gonna leave me to go with this rapper nigga 50 Cent? And then 50 Cent responds to Deray and tell him, leave her alone or else. So that told me right there, 50 really liked this girl because he ended up getting into it with a whole nother nigga behind the girl. But she has direct ties to the girl who's the bottom bitch for this Peter Nygaard guy who has the old herpes. Now, it hasn't been said for sure that Daphne Joy was sleeping with Peter Nygaard, but if she comes from that camp and her and the girl is like this, and then the two of them have a threesome with 50, then I'm pretty positive this ain't their first rodeo. Because now we about to talk about tracking STDs right here. Now we're about to discuss tracking STDs. Because think about it like this. If Peter Nygaard is the host center for these STDs, he's walking around here with 50-year-old herpes. And he's passing it out amongst these girls, okay? These girls who are sex workers are then going out having sex with these Johns. And not only that, if they have partners, them too. Or let's say they decide they don't want to do it no more and later on they want to go have a regular life, they still got to deal with the stuff that they had prior to. Okay? So it's giving to me. This is just what it's giving to me. It's giving to me the boy Peter Nygaard. Girl, he might be a science project too. He might be a hosting system to see how they could populate Hollywood and the rest of the world with all type of new STIs and STDs for all we know. You know what I mean? But either way, what we're gathering so far is Daphne Joy being mixed in with the Peter Nygaard guy, and then her jumping off Deray's peen onto 50's peen and having 50 beef with Deray is one of the first things, or one of the first big commotions that she had or caused coming into this stuff, causing these niggas who ain't never had no issues to really fall out. Okay?
Let's not stop there. As we mentioned, her comedian ex-boyfriend. Let's look at this.
Davis.
Let's look at this. Hold on. Give me a second. Let's look at this. Back in 2011, this was a tweet supposedly aimed at, you know, how you model for Smooth magazine if your coochie bumpy. Team D-Ray Getter. LOL, no sauce. Bodyguard that. Yo, Brittany Daly, I've been good, right?
So in 2011, D-Ray made the comment about Daphne after she got that magazine cover and said, how you gonna model for Smooth when you bumpy? Basically, in 2011, D-Ray told us she had the herp. In 2011, D-Ray told us she had the herp.
At the time, it appeared to be nothing more than a breakup jab. But in light of recent events, people are interpreting this word as an allegation of, okay. Now, that also came up when Floyd Mayweather writes Instagram caption dissing 50 Cent. Here we go.
Yo, what up, guys?
You're
jealous.
Look, Curtis, confidential informant. You're mad because your oldest son, Marquise, mother doesn't want to be with you. Your son, your own flesh, your blood, want nothing to do with you.
So he's reading what Floyd wrote about 50. Floyd called 50 a CI, a confidential informant. That's why he said Curtis, confidential informant, Jackson. So he's calling him a Fed and a CI. It don't surprise me though. But anyway, so this is Floyd responding to 50. Remember, they were going back and forth about, oh, you can't read. I challenged Floyd to read a book and all that stuff. This is around that time. And listen to what Floyd says.
You haven't had a hit song on the radio in God knows how long, and you definitely ain't hot enough to sell records anymore, so Interscope dropped you. You're jealous of any rapper, athlete, or entertainer that's hot or got something going on for themselves. You're a certified snitch. We got paperwork to prove it. You talk about Ja Rule, but you stole his whole style and ran with it. You're the only self-proclaimed gangster that never put in work. You need to pay homage to the real 50 Cent for stealing his name and his storyline.
Okay, I want to pause that right there. He said you need to pay homage to the real 50 Cent for stealing his name and storyline. Okay, I was like 3 months old 3 months ago when I found out that there's a real 50 Cent. I had no clue. Well, obviously we know these rappers become characters, so that we know. But apparently I had no idea, especially then it kind of tied it in when 50 Baby Mama, the first one, came out and said that basically he really not cut like y'all think he is. It's making more sense now. Because 50 took on the moniker, or Curtis took on the moniker of this guy, 50 Cent from New York, who really was outside in these streets. He was a stepper from what I'm hearing. Okay, what I'm saying? Or at least a drug dealer, if not a stepper. And they say he took on that moniker, but that's really not who he is. This is what Floyd is saying in here. Hey, I get it. You putting on this persona for this, that, and the third, but that ain't really who you is, bro. That ain't your jacket. That really is not your jacket. You know what I'm saying? You're really a hoe ass nigga. And it really goes into play because at first when I heard it from 50 First Baby Mama, I was just like, it could be true or she could just be hating. But now it makes sense. This is all old shit that went all over our head. This is crazy.
Shot numerous times and living to tell it. That's gangster. Where at? You're currently living in a fucking apartment in Jersey. You're always at someone else's business just to stay relevant. You should become a blogger because it's obvious you don't have nothing going on in your life. Are you mad at Kanye West because he ended your career? The only thing you got going on is power, and everybody watches that because Ghost, such a dope ass character on the show. You can leave the show and everybody will still watch Power. But out there in the real world, I'm the real Ghost. It's not a mansion in Connecticut that you're in debt for. That's a dump, a money pit, a oversized trap house. It was dope when Mike Tyson had it in the late 80s, early 90s, but you couldn't afford to maintain it. You're always talking about somebody's broke. But last time I checked, it was you, Curtis, that filed for bankruptcy, not Floyd Mayweather. So quick to gossip like a bitch. Well, why don't you tell everybody how you got herpes from DJ?
Daphne.
DJ. Doing the math?
Hey, how come we didn't know that Floyd read 50 down like this when this was popping off? See, that algorithm a liar and the truth ain't in it. Do you hear me? I don't recall Floyd clapping back this hard and reading 50 down like this. I swear I don't recall this. Maybe I read it and I didn't know. I don't know. But I don't recall Floyd's clapback being this hard. But again, back then I wouldn't have known what I know now. So it hits different on this clapback. This clapback hit different now because we know what we know. But I don't recall reading this back then. So, but I ain't gonna hold you. Floyd dragged 50. He dragged him. He did. He dragged him from his money to his clout to his music to his bitch to his herpes. Floyd cleared him. He did. He cleared him. He cleared him. He did. I will say that he cleared him.
Where are your memes at for that? Huh? Or better yet, post on how your Coca-Cola deal wasn't really 300 million. You fucking liar. Tell how that spinning G-Unit necklace that somebody got robbed for was fake. Just remember, I was with you every day, and your driver, Bruce, was also my driver. I know where all the bones are buried, so be easy, Curtis. And by the way, I never asked to borrow no money. Don't ask to borrow no money from me. Yeah, I put...
Nigga saying, by the way, I never asked to borrow no money, so please don't borrow none from me. Oh, I'm going to use that. I ain't never asked you to borrow no money. FYI. So please don't ask to borrow none from me. I'm going to use that. That's dope.
Putting together these pieces. Peter Nygaard. Sulin Medeas or whatever her name is. Daphne Joy. Deray Davis. Deray Davis, 50 Cent. 50 Cent, Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo, Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
Y'all getting it now?
Yep.
Now, this gets a little bit deeper, but I don't know if y'all want to go this hard.
So wait, before he move on, did y'all see how he connected those dots? Deray connected to 50 through Daphne, right? And then you got to get Floyd in there connected to 50 because of their friendship, obviously. And then you got to worry about the Sue Young or whatever her name is, the Peter Nygaard girl and her affiliation with Daphne. And this ain't their first rodeo. They do threesomes. This is what they do. This is how they roll. This is what they do. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that wasn't the first time they had a threesome when they did one with 50. Her, Daphne, and the girl from Peter Nygaard camp. But all of them people is literally connected. Literally, and Diddy. He was even able to connect Jason Derulo and Diddy. All of these people is in one small circle. Are y'all tracking this? So with that logic, you know what that means? Unless you in a happily married situation where you ain't stepping out on nobody and hadn't done so for scolds and blows, you probably, all of them probably got herpes. Let's be honest. All of them probably got herpes at this point. At this point, I'm looking at all of them crazy. 50, Diddy, Puffy, Sean, both of the Shawns, Beyonce, Meg. I'm looking at them all crazy. Trace on all of them. Deray, Jason Derulo, bitch. I'm looking. Everybody got it at this point. I'm scared. Everybody got it. Everybody got it. Everybody got it at this point. I'm scared. This is crazy. These are millionaire, rich, famous people scratching and itching and scratching. You can't make this up. Kevin Hart, J-Lo, you can't make this shit up. All of this shit is all of this shit is encompassed with it's all together. Even when now that I'm thinking about 50 Cent first baby mama, you know, it probably is a good thing that she didn't stay with this nigga. Because what could have she have been subjected to if she stayed with 50 doing the things that he doing? Because let's really be clear. Look at the picture of 50 right here on the screen. Really quickly. 50 look lame as fuck. Tell the truth. We didn't really start believing 50 was really a gangster until he started getting buff and working out. Tell the truth. Don't lie, y'all. That nigga looked lame as fuck. And it looked like he was so in love with Daphne because she was just so racially ambiguous coming out of the hood. He just wanted to make it work with her and he was going to do whatever he can. And that's probably why he called himself going back at Deray, telling him to tread light. You get it? Y'all also remember when 50 and Kanye had that beef over the album sales? Remember they were trying to see who was going to sell the most albums? Y'all remember that? Whole time they were smashing on the same bitch. You can't make this up. And that's how Daphne was able to get in touch with, in my opinion, that would be why Daphne was able to get in touch with Kanye on Mad Day between her and Diddy. Because bitch, I've been outside. The fuck? Bitch, my best friend is Peter Nygaard bottom bitch. I know what the goings on is before you, nigga. The fuck? That's what it's given to me. It's given to me, bitch. I got more of an ear to the freak off streets than you, Diddy. Stop playing with me, nigga. I know where everybody at, what's going on, who doing who did who. I'm in here. I'm outside in these streets. I'm in the field. Like you can't tell me. It's given to me. That bitch might have more of an influence on the freak offs at this point than Diddy. At this point. No wonder she was setting it up and paying for it. Talking about I was doing it because I was just so afraid. No, bitch, this ain't your first rodeo. You've been jumped off the porch. No wonder you know how to call and set up the rooms and pay the people and buy matching short sets. Girl, you got so bored with freak offs because you had been doing them so long, you wanted to see these niggas dressed alike. This bitch was trying to find the thrill anywhere she can. I'm surprised the whole ain't said give them both fake dreads and let me do their hair. Like, girl, you were so bored with them that you had done them so long, you got bored and started dressing the niggas alike. And they all fighting. And this is another thing too. Deray and 50 and Diddy fighting over a has-been woman, I'm trying to be right, who ran through. You niggas ready to chop each other heads off behind a ran through vessel. You niggas need to be evaluated. Yeah, and 50 got a baby by her. Do you know how lame that makes 50? It's almost like a bunch of dudes running a train and 50 was the one in the bike who actually bust in her and fell in love. How you wife a bitch or get married to a bitch, not even get married, or at least procreate with a slut like this? I'm of confusion. Because the only reason we don't think 50 is lame right now is because he buff. But now that I'm looking at this photo, 50 was a lame ass nigga. And of course, seeing the Daphne Joy gonna make him lose his shit because he ain't never had the caliber of what he believed to be the caliber of woman as a quote unquote Daphne Joy with the humps and the burps and the herpes and all of that. Do you see how much equity non-melanated people have? They can even come with the bumps. And a nigga will still find a way to take up for you and love you. You can't make it up. You couldn't make it up if you wrote it down on a piece of paper from off your head. You hear me? Now you beefing with the first baby mama, calling her everything but the child of God, but that girl couldn't be nowhere near as half bad as this slut you decided to skeet off in and procreate with. 50, you a lame ass nigga. And you know what's crazy? It took for this to happen for me to come to this conclusion. I already thought you might have been, but I was like, nah, 50 been solid. He been right. 50 a lame ass nigga. He a simp ass, lame ass nigga. And that's why you mad with Diddy. Because the bitch was never yours from the beginning, my guy. You was only taking your turn. She was never yours from the beginning, my guy. You a lame ass nigga. You really over there scrapping and windmilling behind a slut, a literal slut from the stroll. You a lame ass nigga, and you got a pregnant lame ass nigga, and that's why you on here trolling Diddy, and y'all trolling each other back and forth, thinking y'all getting back at each other when the whole time this bitch don't belong to none of you niggas. She belonged to the white boy, Peter Nygaard. Shout out to the girl, Daphne. Let me let my boy finish cooking.
It gets slightly even more deeper. Hold on. I don't want to lose some of y'all. Give me 1 second. You know the question I do have to 50? I wonder how he found her. Because the way how Daphne Joy been operating, she been operating as, and I hate to call her this, but she's been operating like a escort for the better of 15 years.
She is an escort. Why are we beating around the bush on that? She's an escort. Per definition, she's a hoe. She's a, by profession. When I say a hoe, I'm not talking about how me and you might get into it and I'll be like, bitch, you a hoe because you slept with him. No. I don't mean like that. I mean, like, if you could file taxes, this is her profession. Like, this is what she does for a living. Why are we beating around the bush on that? I don't like that. No. Why? She is an escort. When 50 met her, she was selling pussy. Period. Point blank. When 50 met her, she was selling the box. That's an escort and a hoe, a slut, a tramp. Whatever. That's what that is. We need to call it what it is. I don't understand why as a regular woman, I can't get this type of protection. Now we protecting the hoes? Oh, y'all out of pocket. Ain't nothing wrong. Listen, this is no judgment. There's nothing wrong with her being the lady of the night. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, let's stop acting like we can't call a lady of the night what she is. A hoe. So I'm with X. How did 50 run across this hoe? Oh. Could he have been looking for freak offs and fell in love with the bitch at the freak off? Or could he have just been in the right place at the right time? Deray, you didn't have your bitch on a leash? Deray, how your bitch snuck out to go get with 50 in them? See, you should have had her on a tighter leash. And this nigga crashing out to this day, if you ask me, to this day, I believe 50 Cent is still crashing out behind Diddy, behind that girl. Wet behind the ears. The nigga is wet behind the ears. I don't know what Daphne did to that nigga, but whatever she did to 50, in my opinion, I believe that's why he still beefed out with Diddy to this day. It hurts him. It grinds his gears to see Diddy with his bitch. That's what that's about. That nigga feels some type of way. I loved it, that one. And that's why this nigga on here with the woo. Diddy this, Diddy that. He need to go to jail. You really feel played because you're still itching, Scratchy. Oh, yeah. There you go. See, Scratchy's still itching. And it don't itch all the time, but whenever it does, it brings back the memory as to why he hate Diddy. And every time Itchy get the scratching, then he start realizing, I can't stand this nigga. Yeah, Ladybug, That was my flipper, nigga. This why Diddy went over there and was damn near about to wild out and crash out behind his flipper too. She must be a real good flipper. I ain't gonna lie. She got to be a damn good flipper. She got to be top of the line. Because these niggas crashing out. Diddy was about to crash out behind her. 50 crashing out still to this day behind her. It's just like, but like she said, she Kobe, right? Sound about right to me. I don't know what she doing. I mean, shit. I don't know what she doing. Got these niggas wigging out. But these niggas who we think is this, that, and the third, and myself included, I used to really think 50 was that nigga. He a lame ass nigga running behind some cooch, wet behind the ears. Nigga, weird ass, lame ass nigga.
It's interesting when 50 calls her a little sex worker when she didn't start that after 50.
Facts.
She was doing it before.
Facts.
She's linked with Peter Nygaard, who was literally sexually assaulting women and only really hiring women who were on some pay-for-play shit. She was doing threesomes with other people linked to Peter Nygaard. How did you, and by the way, did Deray Davis ever talk about that? Deray. I don't know, Deray about to DM me too.
Deray not gonna tell him about that. I'm with Act. You knew what she was when you met her. When you met her, she was already doing threesomes and you knew it. Deray knew it too. That's why he didn't have a problem with the key, laugh, and then say, ha, you got bump smiling for smooth. See, he knew he wasn't really tripping. But Deray didn't even warn you about it. And I ain't gonna lie, if I was Deray, I wouldn't warn your bitch ass neither. Duck ass nigga, I wouldn't warn you neither. Fuck it. You feel what I'm saying? But 50, don't get out here with that fake surprise. Oh, I didn't know Daphne was doing this, you little sex worker. You met her as a sex worker, Curtis. That's how you met her. As a sex worker. Why you capping? Oh, I didn't know you were doing that, you little sex worker, you. That's how you found her. You can't tell me you found her at a library or at a hospital or at a grocery store. You found the bitch like that. Do Deray have the herp? I'm just trying to see something.
How did you find her? Because women who move in those circles only usually deal with men that like those type of things.
Correct. Yes. What Ak is saying is right. There's no way 50 can explain to us running across Daphne and not know who she was prior to meeting 50. It's not even possible for 50 to have no clue where this girl come from and who she was. It's not possible. So that tells me 50 had to know exactly who she was from the moment he met this girl. But it didn't matter. And I'm about to show you why it didn't matter. Because like all these other lame ass niggas who grow up in the hood, who always been challenged by women and can't really stand on their own too and really be around here playing like, they really is for this and they really is for that and blah, 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 blah. But the whole time they be lame ass niggas. Let me show you why. He was a lame ass nigga in love with that racially ambiguous woman. Period, point blank. He saw biracial children and didn't see nothing else. He didn't care if it was a lump on the cooch. He was in love. She really liked me for me. Black ass, nappy head ass, me. And you fell in love like a duck. And to be completely honest, you've never not been that duck. You've been that duck this entire time. It's just you've had a wonderful way of camouflaging your ducktails. But we catching on. And got her pregnant. So that means you were over there skeeting with no condoms. See, you've been able to hide your ducktails for a long time, but now it's starting to rear its ugly head. And I ain't gonna lie, Fifth. I ain't even gonna hold you. You know what it's given to me though? I'm gonna be honest. To me, Fifth, is given to me like you knew exactly what it was, and you really just feel played. Not only do you have to live with her piece for the rest of your life, you don't even have your flipper, and she's still flipping. That's a problem for you. And you know what else I noticed too? See this back and forth with 50 and Diddy. This been popping off. Okay. This ain't the first rodeo with this. Diddy and 50 been screwing each other's so-called wives and friends and girlfriends and things of that nature. It was alleged by 50 Cent baby mama, the first one, that he slept with one of Diddy's baby mamas. Now, people say she said it wasn't Kim and she said it wasn't another girl. We come to find out allegedly that Misa is the person that they talking about. And legend has it that Diddy decided, oh, you want to smash Misa? Bet. Whenever you find one you like or you love, I'm going to snatch her up out your hand like, bitch, give me that. And he did just that with Daphne 17 or 16 years later. This goes real far. This goes real deep. Real deep. He been beefed out with Diddy. Been. He ain't just jump off this porch. He been beefed out with Diddy. And you thought you was going to get back at Diddy by sleeping with Misa, but by that time, Misa was old news. Yeah, she was the mother of his son, but as far as relationship-wise, that was old news. But you think Diddy wasn't over here saying, I'm going to get that nigga back, and did just that. Now, legend has it that Daphne was with Diddy before 50, allegedly, and that Diddy was the one sent her over there, allegedly. That's what legend has. I didn't say it. This is what they said. That's just a rumor. It has the truth as far as how much truth it has to it. I don't know. But from what I'm hearing, Diddy sent Daphne over there. Allegedly. And that him being with Daphne wasn't him getting with Daphne. It was Daphne returning home. Allegedly. These are the rumors that I done heard back in the day. Who knows? Who knows? You know what I do know? Let me get him back on here. Because see, this fight is above our pay grade too. But we gonna roll it out anyway. Because why not? Okay? Diddy ain't checking for no Misa. He ain't checked for Misa since 98. Okay? He ain't worried about no Misa. But it's the principle. And I thought it was the same on 50's side. But now the more that I'm digging, I'm starting to see, nah, this is very, very, very personal for my 50. This is very personal. This ain't just the little 1-2 beef. This is very, very personal. Very personal. So now Diddy and Daphne, even though they was keeping it on the low, which would make sense why they were keeping it on the low if they plotting, but they were trying to keep it on the low. They was stopped by paparazzi, and this picture went viral, and 50 Cent lost his crap, right? But the gag is, we thinking it's just a matter of respect. It's just a matter of, you already know you out of pocket, whoop-de-whoop. It had nothing to do with that. From what I believe, 50 Cent was in love. He fell in love with the stripper hoe. And she ain't mind popping out a baby for him. At least that'll give me 18 years of child support. You feel what I'm saying? And I also believe all this running around here talking about she was broke and didn't have money and only needed Diddy to pay and only had Diddy paying for her room and board or her apartment is given to me. Daphne got money. Daphne got a whole lifestyle that we not even privy to. Her best friend is the bottom bitch for Peter Nygaard. Like, hello? And if she don't have money, you think Daphne don't know how to go out there and get it? And that's her best friend? So now I'm starting to look at Daphne crazy or different. So now me thinking Daphne was a lost hoe, stupid hoe, yet and still lost. Now I'm thinking about it. If Daphne is on assignment, then technically Daphne doing what she's supposed to do if she's on assignment. If my theory of her being sent by someone, Peter Nygaard or someone from around that camp who's running this whole sex thing, is giving to me, it's giving to me that she's on assignment doing what she had to do and what she's supposed to do. And all she needed Diddy to do was pay that rent, and that's enough to complete or to at least get her assignment going. And in that case, because I'm not believing that she don't know how to get no money. You're not going to tell me that she go broke and don't know how to get back on her feet. Especially now that we know she uses her coochie. She ain't never broke. Let's really be clear about that. Even when she broke, the potential it still makes her not broke. The potential of what she can do makes her not broke when she broke. So let's really be clear. And this is a billionaire coochie. Bumpy, yet and still, billionaire coochie. What do I mean by that? Meaning her coochie has a value on it to where since she done slept with these people at this level, she not going back down to that level. So although it's bumpy, it's still a billionaire coochie. So when she leave Diddy, or when she left Peter Nygaard, she went to Deray. Wasn't much smoke popping over there. She popped over to 50. Wasn't much smoke popping over there. She popped over to, nope, my bad. Jason Derulo and all that. And she popped off on 50 and been stuck there ever since. On Diddy, I'm sorry. And been stuck there ever since. Makes sense. He's the biggest one of the ones she's been with. Makes sense. It literally makes all the sense. Of all the people she's dated, Diddy is the King Koopa of the Mario game. You know what I mean? But it's given to me that 50, you a lame ass nigga and you just fell in love with the bitch. And that's why we here. And that's why you hate Diddy. One of the reasons why you hate Diddy. You fell in love with the bitch. And that's lame on your part. Period, poo. Ty Styles, thank you for the super chat. Says, good morning, my psych patients. Love you and be dancing up a storm. If they act up, they can't watch with me. So we all here today. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to all y'all in the building. Everybody at work. If you're at work, shout out to you guys. I hope y'all are having a good day. I'm just trying to Joce y'all through a little part of y'all day. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm telling you, this 50 stuff is deeper than rap. It's way deeper than rap. Courtney, thank you for the super chat. My cousin's married mother of 3 had a baby. Let me see. I can't see that. Had a baby. Let me scroll down. Had a baby die in the womb. Texas 24 wouldn't abort. My cousin died because of poisoning. Wow. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Courtney. I am so sorry. Thank you for the super chat. Tatted Baby, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, Vu, I made 44 Monday. Can you play Miss Peggy for me? Yes, I can. Just stand by 1 second, Tatted Baby. Asia, The Price is Life. Thank you for the super chat. Says, Bravo needs a low-income Housewives franchise. Now, that would be lit. Could you imagine Housewives in the Hood? Oh, that's what they could call it. Housewives in the Hood. And then we could watch how their husband be cheating with the neighbors and all that. That'll be lit. I'm with you. I like that idea. I like it. Felicia Gray, thank you for the super chat. People will believe this behavior about toilet paper because he's perceived gay, but not Diddy. That's true. That's true. I think for me, with the toilet paper situation with Tyler Perry, his violation of his workplace standards is where he lost off the cuff. Period, point blank. And he ain't coming back from that. Not from the workplace stuff. Truth be told, thank you for the super chat. Says, Miss Vu, please blow toilet paper, pick up and look around the eyes, the left and right inside of the eye, and see he's wearing a mask. He's a deceiver. It wouldn't surprise me. Now you're going to make me stare at the picture. I'm scared. It wouldn't surprise me, though. It literally would not surprise me. I promise you. Bree, thank you for the super chat. Says, toilet paper killed the entire cast of the Have and Have-Nots. I wonder if that's what happened. It ended abruptly, too. Somebody ain't want to give up some cooch. I don't know if y'all out there watching the Have and Have-Nots and was wondering why everybody got killed off. Now you know. According to toilet paper, he said, anybody don't do what he tell them to do, he kill them off. So the Have and Have-Nots, they didn't want to give it up. So now y'all don't have no show. There you go. If you was wondering what happened, they didn't want to give it up. Tisha, thank you for the super chat. Says, Vu, that's the man that was offering to buy those black women eggs. It sure is. Oh, it sure was. Let me go back. Hold on. It sure is. That's him. Let me see if I can find him. Hold on. Y'all remember that video of this clear man and they were at a lunch or dinner or something like that? And the clear man asked the women that were there if they wouldn't mind selling their eggs to him. Y'all remember that? Oh wow. I don't know if I can find that. Let me see. Now that I know his name, I could look at it through that lens. Peter Nygaard. Is that how you say his name? Oh, wait, I spelled it wrong. Nygaard. Let me see if I can find it. Was that him? I don't know. I do. Oh, yeah, that was him. That's him. Oh, that's him. Look. This nigga is a fucking weirdo.
Of a young
Pause. Now, Peter Nygaard and this other clear man is in this restaurant. I don't know if y'all remember this video, but he was asking those black women in that restaurant to buy their eggs. That's him right there. I think he AI, bitch. I think he an alien.
Stem cell technology that Peter and I are investing in is called SCNT, which takes the egg of a young, perfect woman specimen, takes the egg and takes out the nucleus and puts our DNA in the nucleus. They just go ahead and take it out.
Did y'all hear that? I never heard that part. He said him and Peter invested into this stem cell technology. Let me move this. He said him and Peter invested into stem cell technology. Now, originally, when y'all hear stem cell, I think of Henrietta Lacks. That's the same reason they experimented on her. He said, and what they do is extract the egg. Listen, this is some weird shit. I need y'all to hear this. He says they extract the egg and put themselves in the nucleus. What did he say? Man, what the fuck?
Which takes the egg of a young, perfect woman specimen, takes the egg and takes out the nucleus and puts our DNA in the nucleus.
Take out the nucleus and put their DNA in the nucleus. These are black women. So he want to take out the nucleus and put his DNA into their nucleus of their eggs. These people are science projects and they trying to make us that too. This is crazy.
They just go ahead and take it out.
Stay for it.
Huh?
Jesus.
Yeah, a little bit. And this is part of this genetic greatness that we don't see in any other race on the planet. These curvy, sexy black women from Africa. You girls have a kind of a monopoly on this genetic perfection, and we want some of that.
Hey, you heard that truth? Did y'all hear that truth? You girls have a monopoly. Hold on. Did y'all hear that truth? Hey, I tell y'all the truth come out mad day and a joke. I tell y'all that all the time. Y'all don't be listening.
Black women from Africa. You girls have a kind of a monopoly on this genetic perfection, and we.
You have a monopoly on this genetic perfection. Now he's making it seem like he's talking about body type. Oh, y'all fine. It ain't got nothing to do with phenotype. When he say genetic perfection, he's not talking about how these girls look. The look is the last thing he's talking about. He said, you have the monopoly on this genetic situation and we want in. Listen to what he's saying.
We want some of that. So, girls, for $100, we would pay you for your egg.
$100? Monkey.
You can get paid a lot more than that. So how much?
He offered them girls $100.
You want for it? Let's bid. I bid $500 for you. I'm prepared to outbid him. Whatever I bid, he's gonna outbid me. I bought about $60,000 worth of eggs. Yeah. If you have abortion, that's very valuable.
Oh, did you hear that? Running back, because I want y'all to hear this. I need black women in this audience to hear this and hear this good.
Whatever I bid, he's gonna outbid me. I bought about $60,000 worth of eggs. Yeah. If you have abortion, that's very valuable.
He said, I got about $60,000 worth of eggs. But if you get an abortion, that is very, very valuable. Who is the brand ambassador for Planned Parenthood? Put it in the chat. Who is the brand ambassador for Planned fucking Parenthood? Remember when they was outside the election places where they were doing all of that stuff with the vans and all that stuff? Who is the brand ambassador for Planned Parenthood? I'm waiting. Thank you, Meek. Thank you, Meek. Thank you, Ty. Thank you. Who has the monopoly on young black girls? Who got the monopoly on young black girls in America right now? So if Megan Glow is telling you to go get an abortion, then what are you probably going to go do? Get an abortion. Now, this clear man who's sitting up here telling you he got $60,000 fucking dollars worth of black women's eggs is telling you, oh yeah, I got 60,000 worth of eggs, but if you get an abortion, then it's really valuable. Are you catching on? Does it make sense now? Does it make sense now? They recreated and tell us it's women's rights. Whole time it's fucking vultures like this cadaver here waiting, salivating over your eggs. Salivating, can't wait, rubbing hands like Birdman, waiting on you to carry your ass down to the abortion clinic, waiting on your eggs. Y'all ain't never asked what they do with them eggs when they finish, huh? Let me remind them one more time because I want y'all to hear it one more time. And I don't know what else to tell you. I literally don't know what else to tell black women. We got to get out of our fucking feelings. These people been playing with us and playing on us since the beginning of time. And this is how bad it is. And this is why I feel the most played. Because then they'll turn around and tell us straight to our face that they playing with us. Bitch. Now what you gonna do? And niggas be so fucking gone, we can't even see it. We so lost in the sauce, we don't even see it. It go right over our head. Them people will tell us straight to our face how they play with us. And it go whoop, whoop to niggas. Whoop. They literally look you in the eye and tell you, I'm playing with you, and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. And you go, okay. Okay. It bothers me. I'm going to let him say it one more time.
Wherever I bid, he's going to outbid me. I bought about $60,000 worth of eggs. Yeah. If you have abortion, that's very valuable. Umbilical cord, and placenta.
If you have an abortion, it's very valuable. Umbilical cord, placenta. Umbilical cord, placenta. He got $60,000 worth of eggs. What the fuck he did with all them eggs? Y'all ain't never asked that? That's a whole nother question. What the fuck he do with all them eggs? He got $60,000 worth of eggs, but he really loves the aborted ones because they come with a placenta and an umbilical cord. That's the ones he liked the most. But it don't matter. He got $60,000 at the crib. What the fuck did he do with them eggs? Mind you, the other white boy told you they want to take your egg, take the nucleus out, and insert their DNA. Are y'all listening to this? They want to extract the black woman's egg, take out the nucleus. The nucleus is the core, the information. Without the nucleus, there is no fucking egg. They want to take out the nucleus and insert their DNA into it. Are y'all okay? And he's literally on here telling you, give me them aborted ones because those come with placentas and umbilical cords. But women's rights, right? And you wonder why they had a van out there outside of the Democratic National Convention waiting for you hoes to go up there and climb up the stairs and get an abortion because they got people like Peter Nygaard behind you rubbing hands like Birdman. Ooh, this one is good. She going in there. Ooh, Sexy Red told her to, ooh, go get that abortion. Ooh, we gonna eat good tonight. And we hadn't even gotten into the nasty, disgusting, deranged things they do with blood and babies, like, eating and spreading it. And, that's a whole other conversation because they do eat, fetuses and stuff like that. But that's a whole other story. Because they eat babies and fetuses. In real life. This ain't no conspiracy theory. They do it. Let me hurry up so I can get off of here.
If your period blood is so rich with stem cells. We regard it as waste, and it actually should be. It should be captured as recycled, and it shouldn't go to waste. It's life for somebody,
He said it shouldn't go to waste. You don't want your eggs, it shouldn't go to waste. He said it's life. It's valuable. It shouldn't go to waste. And this is the man, Peter Nygaard, who's allegedly connected to Daphne Joy, who's allegedly Jane Doe, who is the baby mama of 50 Cent, who was with Deray first, and then he came out and said she had the herb. Then she went to Jason Derulo, then 50, then Diddy. But the whole time she been outside in these streets smashing on Kanye and everybody else. Allegedly. Allegedly. I'm going to share this video on my Twitter. If y'all know how to find me on Twitter, then you'll be able to see it there. I don't know the name of this video. I just always I'm sorry. I don't know the name of this video. I've always seen these videos. Hush, Saint. That's the wait, what is this? I've always seen these videos, but I never was able to understand what was going on. But when I get off of here, I will be researching. It says genetic vampires of Peter Nygaard harvesting the eggs and fetuses of Black women to acquire stem cells of the unborn aborted child to prolong himself and acquaintances' lives. These so-called elites are satanic beings. So he wants these eggs to prolong his life. Y'all remember the movie Get Out? The whole reason that they were trying to take these Black men was so that they can prolong their lives. So that's why he wants these eggs. So not only prolong his life, him and his friend's life. Hello? Hello? Remember? So he's telling you what he wanted for. But I told you back in slavery days and even all the way up to now, they be eating us. They eat us. They are literal cannibals. Not all of them. I'm talking about the people who into this stuff. They literal cannibals. Literal.
If you have abortion, that's very valuable. Umbilical cord, and placenta, in your period blood.
Period blood.
So rich with stem cells.
Ooh. He said even your period blood is so rich with stem cells. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I was watching Black Magic. I forget his number on his channel. But he had a girl up there, or I forgot who it was. I can't remember who it was, but they talked about how rich the blood is from even a Black woman's period and how valuable and how somebody else, I saw it somewhere. I know, y'all know I be into the conscious stuff. I seen it somewhere and I didn't kind of go into it. I just got, at 363, Black Magic 363. Shout out to him. I love his channel. But I didn't look into it. However, that wasn't my first time hearing it. But these people, remember, they study us more than we can ever study each other. They know more about us than we know about ourselves. So him saying this makes sense because he's done the work. He's done the studies on this. He's literally on here saying that your period blood, Black women, is so valuable. It's so enriched in value. The stuff we discarding is just so rich. That's crazy. And this is why they push abortions.
We regard it as waste, and it actually should be. It should be captured as recycled, and it shouldn't go to waste. It's life for somebody, and it's life for mankind.
2 months later, I'm pregnant. So I went to Peter. Wow. Peter, I'm pregnant. Oh, Brooke, you pregnant? So what do you want to do? I want to have my baby. Well, what about your career? I'm gonna still have my baby. You the boss. I get to have my career because you're the boss. And he was like, well, you can have the baby if you're gonna be a model. And I'm like, this can't be. I was fighting to have my baby. I wanted to have my baby so bad. And Peter made me these promises. I'll take care once you have the.
So it looks like Peter was telling this Black girl to have an abortion, not for her career, because remember, it's valuable. He rubbing hands like Birdman. He probably got her pregnant on purpose so that she could have an abortion. Now, she was going back and forth with Peter talking about she want to have. I don't know where this at, y'all. I got to find this. I don't know where this is at. I'm just putting this up on Twitter. I'm going to retweet it to my channel so y'all can see it. But he's trying to convince her to get an abortion. And my girl is over here saying, no, I want my baby. Her not even realizing why he want her to get the abortion. So that he can keep the fetus. This the man that Daphne Joy, 50 Cent's baby mama, is connected to. This shit is deeper than freaking rap. I keep telling y'all. Y'all think this is a game. I keep telling y'all this is way deeper than rap. Y'all, man, we haven't even scratched the surface, and we couldn't even fathom what these people really is going through. I'm telling you, we really couldn't fathom. I know we couldn't because I'm trying to, and I can't. Dante Official, thank you for the super chat. Says, good afternoon, Voodoo, my love, and the rest of the chat. Did you see Armand live with one of them freak off workers a few nights ago? He gave details. Yes, I saw it. He was really good too. I saw it. He gave good details too. Tasia Manasia, thank you for the super chat. Says, this man is sick. You right, Voo. They are the most heinous. They are. They really are. They really are. I told you, they animals. Hey, I ain't even gonna say what I was about to say. Sonia, thank you for the super chat. Says, all that money, no one was checked out by a doctor. No, because they don't want their business out there. If they get checked out by a doctor, then it could get out. A nurse could be there that's messy and sell it to the blogs. No, and if they do have a doctor, they're not going to tell us. Probably do house calls or something like that. But it makes sense. Ty, thank you for the super chat. I swear he a sugar daddy I seen around Miami. Girl, that ain't just no sugar daddy. Run. If you see that cracker, that ain't just no sugar daddy, girl. That is a vampire. Okay? If you see that cracker running around there, or anybody look like him in Miami, run. That, it wouldn't surprise me if he got dead bodies back there. He done did some experiments on some black women. He's different. That's a weird man. Tea Time, thank you for the super chat. How much did Kamala raise for her campaign again? You cooking, Boo. Facts. Off of women's rights? That ain't women's rights. They want you to abort your baby so they can eat it. Yay. Allegedly. You know what I mean? Tasia Manasia, thank you again for the super chat. Says satanic. Trey, thank you for the super chat. When you Google him, he's always with black women. Also, isn't it interesting? AI just claimed that it wants to exist as black people if it could. Oh, of course. I tell people, I know that we have a lot of AI stuff. I know that we got Chat GPT and a lot. I think the worst thing that we can do is talk to AI. You guys don't understand that when you speak to AI, you are having it learn you. It is mimicking and learning you so that it can recreate you. I'm a conspiracy theorist, so take it with a grain of salt if you choose. I personally think the worst thing that Black Americans could do is talk to AI and feed that stuff our information. I think we're making a huge mistake. So AI coming on here saying it would love to be black, I bet it would. But I think we're doing a huge mistake if we get to talking to AI and feeding it all our information. You think you just trying to figure out what's the nearest restaurant near you, whole tea. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying, but I'm a conspiracy theorist. Take it with a grain of salt. Mother Tree and Moon, thank you for the super chat. Says, check out Chief Rod Hayes. I love Rod Hayes. I've been on Rod Hayes. I adore Rod Hayes. I watch him every chance I get. I adore Rod Hayes. Shout out to the Chief. I love Rod Hayes. Yeah, I've been on him. And if y'all haven't checked out Rod Hayes on YouTube and Instagram, I know for sure. Thank you for the super chat, Mother Tree and Moon. And then T, is that how you say your name? Or Tell? Is it T or Tell? Let me see. Tell. Thank you for the super chat. Says, if you can please watch The Island with Kimora Lee, baby daddy, you will understand. Ooh, he did go escape to an island. Wouldn't surprise me none. But with that being said, y'all, I got to get off here. We had 3 hours. I said I didn't want to do it. I said it. I know I said it. I was there when I said it. But either way, we're here. We had 3 hours. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I got to get off. I gotta get off because I gotta go do some other stuff and I gotta put some other content out. And I want to talk about Rockhead. I don't know if I'm gonna go live, but I want to talk about Rockhead. But with that being said, y'all, I have to get off of here. But please, if you don't take nothing away from this live, if you don't take anything away from this live, take this away. If you don't believe in this Diddy stuff, if you don't believe in this 50 stuff, if you feel like it's all a bunch of crap, or even if you are on board that these people are monsters, these people are only branches off of a huge tree of monsters that we couldn't even think about. We just heard Peter Nygaard speak about how valuable a Black woman's blood and period and eggs and fetus and umbilical cords and all these things are. These are not real people. These are those reptilians I be telling y'all about, okay? These are the reptilians I be telling y'all about. And sadly enough, niggas get in bed with these reptilians. 50, Diddy, Jason Derulo, Deray Davis, all of them. They get in bed with these goddamn reptilians, and then they come out here and try to play it to us like, you know what I mean? And I'm done and I'm over it. I'm over it. 50, you knew what you got when you got with the bitch. You a lame ass, duck ass nigga, and she played you how she played you, and you're probably still itching, scratching, and that's good for your ass. With that being said, I got to get up off of here. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Please be careful. And I'm not saying what to do with your body as a woman, as a Black woman, specifically a Black American woman. I feel Black American women should do whatever it is they want with their body. Only thing I ask is that please just ask the question. A lot of people eating our fetuses and our babies. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah, 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we are. For your boy. Hustle for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.